where I might affect somebody's life.
You never know.
It's Robert Kelly's You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
Still the baddest fucking podcast. I don't give a shit. I know everybody and their aunt has a podcast. I know everybody has comic fucking and every. Fuck you. Hands down, funniest podcast every week, consistently, percentage-wise. This podcast don't fuck around. All right? We don't fuck around. And no, we're not fucking around again because not only do I have funny people on here, I have the young guns. I have the next gen. That's what this podcast does. I don't just put on the fucking, let me get a famous guy to sit down and pick his brain or her brain. Fuck that. Let me get my friends, my contemporaries. They come. Yeah. They've been here. I don't do it on this. I do it on Live from the Shed because that's a better show. People pay money for that.
That's the upsell.
I want to go to the Shed.
You can come to the Shed.
Well, do I need to earn more credits before the Shed?
Yeah, maybe season 2.
Okay.
Maybe end of season 1.
After the Netflix special.
I have after that, and
Okay.
you'll be on. You can be on the.
Maybe when I pay a PR person, they can get in contact with you.
Actually, we all right. We got a great show
that's
today.
what happened. Sabrina paid a PR person, and then we were in Montreal, and they were like, "You have to go do an interview for the Inner Obeying," and I'm like, "She's like, I'm giving you $15,000."
Who's Sabrina? What do you?
My friend who's a comic.
That's you just say it like everybody on my fan base knows. Oh, Sabrina. You mean?
Oh, we love her.
You should watch her Netflix 15. It's funny.
It's
but
so
yeah.
good.
But it's crazy. I don't know what these people
I get
do.
those emails sometimes,
I want to get
too.
to the Shed.
Well, they'll
What?
be like, yeah, so this comic wants to come on the show. And I'm like, I know that they can just text me.
Yeah.
Anthony DeVito. That happened with him. They're like, he's trying to promote his special.
There is a real
You may
problem.
know him from.
There is a real problem with men and women sexually because as soon as you say I want to make it to the Shed, I literally thought of 9 dirty things I wanted to say to you, and that's wrong. That's wrong.
I only thought about building like a birdhouse with your son.
Oh, you're so sweet. I can build with. That's a weird.
Bobby just thought of a move called the Birdhouse.
And then at the end, I say, "Sweet." I love you. That's a great one. Fast young guns. That's why. Pew pew.
Bringing it.
I'm the old guy at the fucking house with a musk. They're coming, you guys. Pew. All right, we got to do a couple
Well,
things.
I do want to say something cute that happened in Montreal too.
Can I do my ads first?
Your son gave me and my friend a group
No,
hug.
he did love you guys.
Oh, come on.
We were leaving the door and he
He's-
went, "Wait!" Ran to us to hug us.
Not everybody,
Really?
by the way. He doesn't do that with everybody.
I couldn't believe it because I didn't think we were that cool.
That's important.
He doesn't do it with everybody.
Discerning kids.
Well, he but he does love girls.
And he loves Ari.
He loves Ari Shafir. He takes his shirt off. We're in Denver. He takes his shirt off. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Being like Ari."
Oh, my God.
He just sat on a rock.
Ari is the type of guy that a young kid would be like, I want to,
No, until you
Emulate.
realize he's 46 and alone, and then you're like, never mind. Wearing
Well, this is
weed
the
socks.
point. He's so counter
Wearing weed
a parent.
socks.
He's not alone anymore, though.
Oh, exciting.
He's not alone.
All right.
That's why he was going to come by today, too.
To
But he
get
couldn't.
engaged?
No, he's getting engaged.
On
What
the
is that?
show.
You're either alone
Something-
or getting engaged. What the fuck, you
I was
lunatic.
making a joke.
I know, I was making it too back.
right.
I love when you get annoyed, you sing, "I was making a joke."
I didn't want anyone to think I'm desperate to be married.
No,
even
you're not
though
desperate.
I am.
All right, ready? I'm going to get into
Not
this. Can I get into this?
desperate. I
You
just wanna
too?
get
Go for it.
married.
All right, are you done? Can I get into this, you? Because you fucking do this every time.
Every time.
All right, laughable.
This is Liza's podcast move.
I was the first person to promote Laughable out loud.
You were.
On
This is something I know.
Well, why don't you tell us about laughable since you know so much
It's
about
such a great idea. Basically, you can look up any comic you want, and then every episode of any podcast they've ever done just comes up.
Yeah.
So if you have a crush on someone, you could stalk the shit out of them.
You know what I always say about it? It's the best way to get you into someone's show via someone you already like.
Yes.
So you hear, Lisa or myself here, you hear, Mike, you hear any of us, and you go, that was kind of cool. Let's see what else they do, and then see how they would do another show.
There's no, and I'm going to use this word because I'm a secret nerd. The functionality on the app is unprecedented for podcasting. You go to podcast apps, and it's the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
And they'll have their favorites who they think is the shit. On this, you're going to go and get people likes because the functionality does. If you're on my show, they're going to see that he was on the show, and then they're going to go from him to somebody else to somebody else. So that's the functionality is amazing on Laughable.
You know, I think of these like you're talking about like this is still the best podcast, still the funniest podcast, and I agree
Hands
with
down.
what you're saying.
Thank you, buddy.
But I'm saying now these podcasts are almost like little mini comedy obstacle courses, so you can see how will your comic do on the J Train podcast, giving
Britney
advice,
Spears
or on a
themed podcast.
Spears podcast. How would the person that did well here do on a different comedy obstacle course?
Well, if you can make this show, I pretty much it's like New York. You can make it anywhere. If you can survive this show,
This was a big deal. I remember being nervous the first time.
Yeah, there was
very nervous. The
Now I'm
bomb
not
Dana
even
sets a
wearing a bra.
precedent.
This does.
The bomb Dana sets a little bit of an, it
I've never
it
gotten
raises
it.
the stakes.
It's still today.
I know.
It's still. I almost gave it to you right there.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point.
Yeah.
But
I've gotten it too much. I've gotten it the most. Out
Well,
of
it's your
anybody.
show. I mean,
I try too hard sometimes. We got. I want to talk about this real quick. First of all, introduce the guests. Let's introduce the guests because they're going to be in on this because I love these guys. We're not new. Who's on the show, Mikey?
We got Liza Treyger and J Train Jared Freid.
And we got a special guest coming by, and we will not announce him till he shows up, but you will know him from one thing that he does when he gets here.
Masturbates.
No,
I mean,
Louis is on the show. The Comedy Cellar Vegas this weekend.
big show there.
I can't fucking tell you. You've been there.
Been.
Have you been?
I have not been.
You got to go.
It's a time.
The room is off the charts. I can't believe how fucking insane.
The laughs smack you in the face.
You know when people say, "Oh, that room's the greatest room," like Denver Works comedy, comedy on
Madison.
State, I mean, there's these rooms that you're like, dude, I will work there as long as you keep bringing me there, right? This fucking room is one of those rooms,
It's good.
packed out.
You were just there.
I was there this weekend.
What a crew. I didn't even ask you about it. We talked for a while.
Keith Robinson, Rich Voss, Paul Verzi, myself.
The best friends.
We're at Vegas. Yeah, because
It's
that's
like
what,
that Morgan Freeman movie. Just all you old guys having
Yeah.
fun in Vegas.
that's kind of what I swear to God, that's what it was like.
Old Vegas. What is it called? Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's called Las
I'm not even
Vegas.
telling you. We were all fucking. I went golfing
Cigars
with
and
Verzi.
steak.
I watched the Instagram stories. It was hilarious.
Dude, I'm in the cart. I haven't golfed in 5 years. I'm not a golfer, really. You know, I'll play.
You're
I
out
like
there
it.
to hang.
So I go out to hang. I'm sitting there, and we're on the first hole. Voss is in front of us. I got my own cart, you know. He's on the fucking thing.
Well, he's a serious golfer.
Serious. So he's in there. All of a sudden we're behind him, and we look up, and he drives into a cactus, fucking full on, hits this cactus, and the cactus is like, "Fuck you, bitch." Doesn't even budge. It just goes, "Doug." And you see him get out of the fucking car, and we're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he comes out. It's in my chest. He hit his chest on the steering wheel. We were fucking howling.
What did he do? He had like a brain
He
fart?
forgot he was
hot?
driving because there's no noise in a golf cart. It's electric,
Oh.
so you don't hear. So he was pushing the fucking gas and just fixing something on his bag, and we just drove straight into a cactus. Oh God, me and Verzi were laughing for 20 minutes.
How many holes did you guys last?
18.
You went all 18 in that heat?
and I got a birdie on a par 5.
Come on.
Suck my dick, dude.
In that heat?
A real birdie, yeah, on a par 5.
It's hot.
Now,
I went to one of those drives once. I tried to hit it a few times. It brought me no joy. I gave someone
It's
my
not a
turns. I was
joyful
like, this
game.
is not for me.
Really?
I hate it.
I don't mind it, but
I'll
I was
putt-putt.
I was sitting in the cart. I was sitting in the cart smoking a cigar, doing my shit. There he is. There he is.
That must have
What'd
been
you we can't eat up here.
No, this is for you.
Oh, we can eat.
No,
Let's.
take it.
I'm gonna
Okay,
call
I got
it.
it for you to take back to Max.
What's up? How you doing? What's up, Papa Bear?
Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you trying to kill me?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, sorry, brother. What's up, man? I've been seeing you forever.
I know. How you been?
You know we're desperate for your affection.
Oh my God, dude! Are you kidding me?
What
I
is
got
that?
him. I got him for so you can take him back to Max tonight.
Are you kidding
You're
me?
the best dad in the world. So
Ah,
yeah.
Bubba, you're the. It's his first day of kindergarten today, bro.
What kind of backpack does he have?
He's got a custom with MK on the back. I don't
Oh.
fuck around. And a custom lunchbox, and you can pull out the middle, put soup in, hot goods.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
What did
Let
you
me
pack
tell you
for
about
lunch?
things about Bobby that you don't know.
I
Okay,
know.
he loves gadgets. So him getting Max ready with a lunchbox and a bag was like porn for him.
What did you pack for
This morning when we were
lunch?
taking the photos up front, I had my new tripod hooked up, with my camera, and I had all this crazy shit. Dawn's like, just take the photo, you asshole. I was like, what we have for lunch?
Yeah, what'd you pack him?
That's my wife's department. I don't fuck with that. She always cooks. It's healthy. If I did it, it would be a fucking,
Yeah.
it'd be a slice of pizza. I think it was a sandwich. It was a turkey sandwich. No, chicken salad sandwich in a wrap, carrots, some fishies, and something else. And then another snack.
Bobby packs it's just full of steak tips.
Yeah. I pack it French fries. It's leftover Chinese food.
Yeah.
But those were the best days.
Soup is lo mein, just a lo mein carton.
But it's half eaten.
I never once packed my kids a reasonable lunch. I always went overboard, like meatball sub, and my kids were like, "Dad, I don't like that stuff."
There's a kid walking around with a big Chinese food bag.
Cookies always. I always snuck cookies, and my wife's like, "They're not allowed to have sugar."
Bert's got fucking. They're going in with sushi bags of sushi.
Those were the best days when you got to take the leftovers. I felt so fucking cool being able to take like Giordano's leftovers. Like,
What do you mean leftover?
like having a deep dish pizza for lunch at school the next day. Like, I felt so cool doing that.
I used to remember because I always wanted lunch tickets, but I wasn't. My mother would never go on welfare, which pissed me off.
I had free lunch.
I wanted free lunch so fucking because those kids all of a sudden one day of the week they'd be like, all right, lunch tickets. They got to go get this fucking row of tickets, this orange row of tickets. And when I was a punk, I feel bad about this. Me and Bobby Sacchetti used to go. We'd go to the bathroom when we knew lunch tickets were given out, and we'd make everybody give us one lunch ticket. And we'd get one lunch ticket, and then we'd sell them.
Did you threaten with violence?
A look.
Okay.
Bobby Sacchetti.
Look.
Bobby looked like Bob was
What does
like
that mean?
Who's Bobby?
That is
Sacchetti.
threatening with violence. You know that, right?
Bobby Sacchetti was more the tough guy. I was more the little hey, what's hey, that guy.
Put him in a body bag. You're that guy.
Yeah. Bobby looked like Matt Dillon. He was fucking gorgeous. Feathered hair. Remember that down the middle, feathered. That Sean Cassidy hair. I had a cowlick in the front, so mine always just went left. So I could never. I would part it down the middle and it just went foof like that. So I looked like an idiot my whole life. And my mother would cut my hair and she'd cut my bangs crooked. I have a photo of me. I look like I'm serious. Should be in a home. And I would just go to school and I had a dome haircut.
Oh, I wanted a spike so bad. A spike and a tail.
Punk rock.
Dude, my mom cut my hair, so I never got cool haircuts.
Oh, it was fucking terrible. I couldn't spike because of my cowlicks. Because you needed the bangs, the spikes.
And you had curly hair.
My hair went curly. This is a weird thing. One year we went on vacation, and I jerked off in a canoe in the lake, and I fell in, and then my hair went curly.
What?
I swear to God. My mom and my third dad, Larry, they rented a lake house. And I remember I took the canoe out. It was foggy. So I took the canoe out in the middle of the lake, and I just took my packer out, and I just started. I was like, should I? And I was like, fuck it. And I just jerked off. I was so turned on.
I wish I could get back to that.
Oh, dude, it was so hot. I remember the fog was coming over, and then right after I came, the fog lifted. It was like spiritual.
And you had curls.
And then I fell in the water. I swear to God, I fell in coming back. And my hair went curly. I thought God punished me. Like, I thought it was some religious thing. Like,
it's gotta be. Something weird happened.
It's gotta be.
It's paranormal for sure.
I'm serious. I remember walking with my sister. She's like, why is your hair curly? Because my hair was straight my whole life. Just zipper straight. Boom. Not that zipper straight's the thing.
When I was
Zipper straight.
Never
when
been a
I have
phrase.
really curly hair, and in college, to go out, I would straighten my hair. But I had a thing where I'd go fuck in the shower, and then the next day everyone would know I did that because I would have curly hair again.
Because you got your hair wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just my hair got wet, and that summer it just went curly.
But I wanted to say my dream hair when I was
Or
young.
Jesus punished me.
I'm not saying Jesus, but something mystical was in that lake.
Maybe my jizz. My jizz with fish juice.
Wait, did you come outside the canoe?
I came all over my little
That is
belly.
so dangerous in a canoe to be over to the side, to one side.
No,
Those
I
things-
was lying back.
So you centered yourself on the
I didn't want to
canoe.
get
Yeah.
caught. I wanted, so I was kind of lying down in the middle, like lying on my belly.
Why do I have a
my
visual
back.
like you're getting rid of a body in the middle of a lake, just jacking off? I jacked
you
off on
want
jet
it.
skis, or not jet, wave runners. Wave runners.
What's a wait a minute? What's the difference between
What's
a
the
wave runner and a
Like
jet
a
ski?
couple wave runners.
A wave runner you sit on, a jet
Yeah.
ski you stand on.
Yeah, jet skis you stand on. Wave runner in the Bahamas when I was like 14.
You jerked off on it?
I
Whoa.
was just, vroom, vroom, vroom. You're like, whoa, that's kind of getting to me. And then next thing you know, I was like, I'll just take it out a little further so no one can see me, jerk off, and then come back in. And I remember the captain of the boat, who was a boat we were on, his name was Sandy. He was like, you're out pretty far, huh? And I was like,
You look around his neck, there's binoculars. Shit.
This is why I want to go back. I want to say my dream hair that I had when I was a teen.
Yeah.
I wanted the Christina Aguilera hair from the video "Come On Over," and it was like white and black and white and red. That's all I ever wanted, but I couldn't bleach my hair, so
Pick
I got
that up,
black
Mike.
and pink. But that was my favorite. "Come On Over," Christina Aguilera.
What
Dream hair.
When I first started enjoying myself, was at that time, like around 13. Because all the jerking off before then, I was very scared about it.
Oh, this
it
was
was
a
real
big
freaky
look.
for me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like at 13, though, I started getting into myself.
I was masturbating well before I knew what masturbating was
see this
in
hair.
my brain.
You wanted the different color underneath.
Yeah, I wanted
hair?
white and just go to the middle somewhere.
I thought it meant I was gay.
Masturbating?
Yeah, I thought like I
Really?
legit came out to myself and was like, apparently I'm gay. I can't stop touching
Well,
my
that's because you
dick.
did it with your friends.
No. When I was a senior in
this gay?
high school,
I don't know,
When I was a
Bert.
senior in high school, Scott O'Brien and I were on the beach, and he was like, and no one ever talked about jerking off. No one ever admitted it.
Yeah.
And Scott O'Brien and I were on the beach at Beach Week. He was like, you know that one thing that we all do that no one says they do?
Yeah.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, please say it's jerking off. Please say it's jerking off. And he was like, I was like, I think. And he goes, well, I do it. If you do it too, like I do it, just so you know.
Yeah.
We like came out to each other as two dudes that jerked off, and it was like a weight off my shoulders. And then the next week I'm at Florida State, and everyone's like, I jerk off all the time. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Well, that's
Almost
how
in
it
high-
was
but
with
it-
periods. Because when you were young, like before you took a pad out to make noise, you'd make sure no one was there, and you didn't want anyone to see the trash and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, what
But
a
also,
weird thing to hide.
In high school, you like grow up with these people. You know, like you go from like all the age groups together. You're like, I don't want to. There's too much that we know about each. You know, my parents. You know everything.
We would
There's
take-
too much for you to get me on.
we
In
would
high
take
college, it
naked
changes.
Are you all right?
photos.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
Because there's 2 empty
It was
bottles
too
of water.
sincere.
I was
Wait,
just
we've
gonna
been
say
doing
that.
it for like 5 minutes.
I'm very thirsty.
All right, I'm just
Shout
waiting.
out.
I'm just making sure you're all right.
I'm okay.
No, he drinks water. He takes the bottle that's for everybody at the Sky Lounge and takes it
Yeah.
for himself.
They're
cool.
dating.
Take that
Alright, cool.
huge
One
bottle.
of there was one dance where we had to sleep over at my house and we all took like naked fun photos, but then one of the girls died, and so I have this like
That's
naked teen
crazy.
photos of this girl
That's
who
dead.
died.
You should send it back to her family.
And we would put sour cream on her tits because we didn't have whipped cream.
Really?
Wait, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we were
Wait, start
young.
the story over. I think I'm a little lost.
No, please say it slower.
No, we were so
Talk about the
young.
dead girl more.
Wait, so
It was the turnabout dance, but we went as a group of girls. So we went to the dance, and then when we came home for the sleepover,
What's a
we
turnabout
would
dance?
take like the girls asked the boys or something.
Sadie Hawkins.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Froshbox.
what is it?
I don't know.
And so we decided to like put because I had a stuffed snake, so we took like Britney Spears style, like we took like nude spreads photos.
Where are these photos? I should probably look at these.
I
Just to
fi-
make-
no, 'cause
how
we're
old?
teens.
Oh
You
no,
can't.
no.
We're
I don't-
sophomores in
Isn't
high
that-
school.
Isn't that weird to me
You
now?
can't.
Because I look at kids now.
They're so young
different now.
Even when you do colleges, like I thought I was just such a grown up at 18, and then you see, and it's weird to do sex jokes. For
Well,
them.
it's a weird thing. Yeah, colleges are weird now to me. Because remember, we used to go to colleges.
I don't think that at all.
No, I had no insight. I would do colleges when I was like 28 years old and be like, you know, when you're sucking a dick or you're fucking, and now I look back and I go, they were children.
They're
They
children.
were children. And I was like, yeah, you come inside her and then you take a straw and you suck the cum out and you spit it in her eye.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God.
There's just one whore going, woo! She's in the middle of the football team. Woo!
Black people are so, and they're like, I don't even know any black people.
What college? Jeez, that's not a very good college.
I remember the freshman year Iowa State.
Bert is the funniest motherfucker. I don't even know any black people. What? Where are you going to college? Fucking
Florida
Kentucky?
I got to see David Tell 18 freshman like week in college at Iowa State in the big basketball arena.
Here's the problem.
So huge.
I want to say something to you, Bert, though, because you have a kid.
Yeah.
And you have 2 kids.
14. I Dude, yeah.
Okay, here's
Grown kids.
here's what all right, shut your face for 5 seconds. Let me just say this to him.
right.
I grown kid. No, they're of course. It's not the point. The point is
They
this.
bleed if that's what you're asking.
Listen, yeah, they're girls. I want because today was a fucking huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, dude, I've been there in spades.
Because this is, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but tell me if this is real. I feel like I just let my kid in. I gave my kid to you guys.
Yeah.
Like my kid has been my kid in my life. Now, by letting him go to school, now he's out there in the world, and the world kind of owns a piece of him now because he's going to be with them a lot now. And the kids, the shit that I went through, the bullying, the fucked up shit, the teachers, and everybody's flawed, and now he's going to be out there, and I'm fucking petrified of what's going to happen. And I'm going to see all the shit I taught him up till now and all the shit I teach him, but now I'm going to see who he is. Now, like, no matter what you teach, you're still a person. Like, who is he going to be when he has to go through all this shit? And because all I want to do is fucking protect him forever. And, I mean, am I right or am I wrong?
Dude. Yeah, no, I remember when we took Georgia to 2nd grade. We bought a house, we moved to the new place, and she went to a new school in 2nd grade, and it was brand new. She didn't know anyone. It was first day of school, and she put on a fedora, right? And I was like, don't fucking do that. I was like, don't. In my head, I was like, don't do that. You're gonna get mocked. Like you don't want to just fit in. Like you don't know anyone. You got to make friends. She had a fedora on, and she was like, felt confident, and I felt like going, I can fix this for you. Like don't. And then she went to school, and she was like, right before she went into the class, she goes, does my hat look good? And I was like, I'm getting like chill bumps thinking about it now, going, I wanted to go, no, let me just take that from you and just be normal. Like, but you got to let them be themselves. Dude, I'm going through that with drugs and sex right now because my kids are like, that's when they're in 9th grade. My oldest is in 9th grade. That's when I started smoking weed and finger fucking. Like, that's, and so now, and she's, oh, dude.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That's when I started smoking weed and finger fucking.
Okay, you did say finger fucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't
Finger
think
blasting, finger banging. Do you
But I know that, but I didn't know you.
Fingering,
I never-
plain and simple.
I never-
Yeah.
Putt dumping.
I didn't start. I didn't know you started there.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought there was other stuff before that.
No. Oh, feeling
So
boobs
is
and
it
stuff.
finger fucking first? Did you? I fucked before I finger fucked.
Oh, no.
I was wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Nothing's wrong, but
That's wrong.
that is
So-
wrong.
Your situation is very
wrong.
different.
Yeah,
Bobby.
Bobby, your life is really different
Yeah.
than the average life.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. You just whacked off in a canoe. So
So finger fucking is before fucking.
It goes.
It's
That's why they have
base.
bases.
That's the
Wait, I'm sorry.
entrance.
What did you say? What base is it?
second.
Third.
No.
It's third base.
Third base.
Third base is oral.
No,
Second
No, for
base.
guys. For guys. We
second-
don't suck. No.
All anything below the pants.
Wait a minute. Stop.
No.
We have to. Wait a minute. Stop. I want to hear your first second.
Let's go around the table.
I want to hear
Good-
yours.
good call.
I want to hear yours first.
I feel like I'm about to be judged.
No,
First
you'll never be judged.
is making out and
Okay, hang on.
titties.
Okay.
Oh
So-
my god!
No,
Oh my
no,
god!
no.
For whores.
Can you just let me do my? Okay, so then second is fingering and hand
Okay,
jobs.
so that's second.
Third
Okay.
is
I love that she's
oral.
doing both though. That's pretty cool. Go ahead.
Third,
Third is oral.
third is oral both
Lick-
ways.
Licking, sucking.
And then fourth is sex.
Fucking. Okay.
Why is
This
this so
is
funny?
crazy.
It's so standard.
Okay.
I'm livid. What is happening?
On what planet is second base not boobs? Boobs.
Wait! This is your fucking bases. I feel like I'm a fucking puritanical society. My second
Is
base
your
was
home run like anal? What are you doing? Orgies?
Home run was sex.
Palmer, good. Do your first, second, third, fourth.
Laugh at your face too.
First was kissing with no tongue.
Kissing with.
Come on.
Really?
I swear to God.
Where were you
Okay,
raised?
go ahead. Wait, go ahead.
Second was kissing with
We
tongue.
didn't see a black person till college, so
I saw two.
All right.
And third base
They cleaned the house.
was feeling up and down.
Feeling up and down.
Yeah,
So
and-
down, but not fingering.
No,
so
yeah.
fingering.
Feeling up and
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
He's showing.
And then,
Sorry.
Yeah.
and
This
then,
is a Catholic school upbringing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
guys.
is.
And then home run was sex.
So you went from
so
titties
there's no oral.
to no oral.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I remember I got my first blowjob in college.
Wow.
And I was shocked that she wasn't blowing. I was like, I think you're doing it wrong.
You thought you were supposed to go.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was.
It is can I say something with the word blowjob? It is a fucking stupid name.
Yeah.
It is a dumb name for sucking dick, a pop job, a suck job. Is more accurate. A suck job is more. A pop, maybe a suck
pop
job.
job sounds like something dirty cops do on their time off. Hey, we're going to hit this pop job. Go get a donut, huh? All right, let's do it. He's got diamonds.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Who's got diamonds?
I don't know.
Fucking Bert.
All right.
All right, so
what's
what's yours?
French kiss first base.
Okay.
Second base, titties.
Yep.
Anything titty.
Anything
Sloppy second, licking titty.
Nice.
Third base, anything below the belt, home run, sex.
Right. Put
Yeah.
yourself inside her.
Yeah.
Mine was the same as yours. First one, kissing. Second base, titty. Grabbing a little titty. Now, because I think the reason why this whole system was invented is so you don't just go, hey, can I jerk off in front of you? I'm kidding.
That's outfield.
I'm joking. But I'm saying no. So the thing was invented because it's red light, green light. I think you kiss, and if she says no, you're not going to go for some tit. If you kiss, then you go, okay, cool, she's into it. You get heated, then you grab a little titty or a little dicky, and now you're like, okay, if she says no or he says no, you stop. You go back to first. If they say yeah, then you can try for a little finger popping or a little, jerking.
I would also like to amend that first might be titties on top of shirt, second titties under shirt.
You can't grab a titty without kissing.
No, of course, but it's titty and kiss together.
So titty and kiss. So you're combining.
That's so
I
funny.
am for a makeout. Yeah.
You just brought it back to. Do you remember when you were a kid and you felt her overshirt or undershirt? Oh, I got undershirt. Like
Gabby,
that. Oh,
Gabby, what's
It's
yours?
so sweet and nice.
Mine's the same as Liza's.
It's
Liza's. Fuck.
okay.
Wow. Apparently you're not the same.
I went to Liza Minnelli right in my head.
Mike, what about you?
French kissing, titties, hand stuff, sex.
Hand stuff.
Hand stuff.
What are you, a fucking puppeteer? What?
Yeah.
I just
Puppets.
remember hearing in 8th grade that someone gave a blowjob with gum in their mouth and got the gum stuck in the guy's pubes.
Right.
And they had to,
What grade
that
was it?
when I learned about blowjobs. I was in 7th grade. It happened to people in 8th grade.
The first.
And I didn't even know people were sucking dick. And I was like, there was gum in his pubes.
I
you know?
remember one of my first girlfriends in 6th grade.
Funny how you never forget that
So
shit.
bizarre. There's the fucking folklores. I heard of a girl
Never
who
forget
a
'em.
guy had gone down on her and put tuna fish inside her and
Ugh.
eaten it out with a fork, and she got maggots in her pussy. Now clearly that never happened. No one would ever put tuna fish inside of. No one would ever go oh, what would make this so much better?
Can I say
Hold on
something?
1 second. Drain the
Bert,
can.
Bert, that's not true.
Really?
Because hang on, relax. I didn't do tuna fish.
It was egg
chicken salad.
salad.
I did sardines. No.
Sardine.
Because what happens, I did do something weird with one of my first vaginas. It might have been my first vagina that I saw. This girl, Michelle, that lived down the street, she was a little older than me. I always fucked around with older girls back then. But she showed me her vagina in my mom's room. And I drew on it with a Sharpie. I drew a face on her pussy. Because I saw her face. I was very artistic. And I saw a little...
This isn't artistic.
Well, I saw a little face.
I'm just very artistic, so I decided to, do a painting on a
So,
vagina.
yeah, I drew on her. I drew a face on her pussy, and she got in trouble because it was permanent Sharpie. And her mom and the brother beat the shit out of me because he's like, "You drawing on my sister's vagina?" And I was like, "Well, it's better than sticking my dick in it." I mean, you know.
Wait, how old were you?
Wait, why did the mom
I think
find out?
I was in
though?
4th grade.
Oh, young. Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby.
The
What?
mom found
You
out
were
because she was
molested.
bathing her
You
child.
think? Yeah. Would you listen to the show? What the fuck are you talking
was
about?
4th grade.
I had a chick in 1st grade.
That makes sense because I was
playing
like,
with
why
my
is
pecker.
her mom looking at her pussy? Like, I thought you guys were teens. But
She was
4th grade's
22.
fine.
No, she was
She was
22.
22.
And her mom.
What's going to be tough for Bobby as a dad with a kid in school is matching up like the real things that happen in life with the ages. like 4th grade, I guess you're gonna be drawing on pussies now.
1st grade, you
yeah.
get suck titties in a rebar bush.
Use a dry erase
Max would be
marker.
like, we did crayons today, Dad.
Well, that is a weird thing that's happening. Like, my son's never heard the word faggot, never heard the N-word, never heard, never heard of. He doesn't really hear fuck that much. Once in a while.
I miss
he doesn't
Patrice.
If Patrice is around.
Patrice around, he would have heard all those words. Dude, I heard Patrice on an old Opie and Anthony just talk about how much he hates Asians. It was like an hour of I just don't like them. him. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, he. I think if he was around now, he'd have a tough time. Dude, he'd be dead. They would.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you about
No,
your
it's okay,
son
don't
not
worry.
hearing. No,
No,
because my
because he
daughter's.
wouldn't care.
My
I think
kid-
he would continue doing it, and so
No,
like,
of course
no,
not. Dude,
I don't know him
let me
personally.
tell
No,
you
he
something.
wouldn't. He would not.
He would just keep doing what he wanted.
In fact, I wish he was around because there are a few people that can not give a fuck, and there's no consequence. There's really no consequence for him. He didn't give a fuck about anything. If I say a certain thing, there's consequences for me.
Well, this-
Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
You're
a lot
wrong.
of the thing is people want the fame and the money and to do whatever they want, and it's like you can't do all that.
No.
And you can. There's no freedom of speech issue. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
Book your own shit. Perform where they'll have you. Like
Yep.
people just want millions of dollars and to say the N word, and it's like you can't do both.
Yeah, like Irish Shafir is a perfect example. Is he knows how much money he has to make a year, and he doesn't give a fuck.
And I've never met Patrice,
Yeah.
but it seems like he would just do what he wanted.
He did what he wanted. Yes,
And-
he did what he wanted. But I got to tell you right now, he wanted the success in a big way.
Yeah.
I had a very. I think I've told this before on the show. He had the Showtime special. They had to book that, and I auditioned for it. I made like the second round and got douched. He was staying at my house. He made like the third final round. Him and Gulman, and I remember he was at my house, and I had to drive. We got in a big fight about it because he wanted me to drive him to these things where he was getting the. And I was like, dude, I don't want to fuck. I just failed. I ain't even on it. And he was like, fuck you. You're my friend. You have to do this. And I was like, all right, fine. How you getting home? He goes, you're picking me up. I go, I got to pick you up. He goes, yeah, you're my friend. You're picking me up. When I call you, come get me. And I was like, fucking what? But he's right. I'm his friend. And he went and did this thing. And I remember they filmed it. And he came back, man. He was in tears. He started fucking crying because the sound was off. The sound sucked. They did the sound for the guy in the booth for the actual taping, not sound for comedians. The lights were up. The sound sucked. The show sucked. Comics were bombing because the sound was off. And he flipped the fuck out like Patrice does. And they were like, fuck him, this fucking guy. Why is he, it's good in the booth. We're fine. Well, and he was like, fuck you. It's not fine for us, motherfucker. We're doing the show. I'm not fucking bummed. They're like, you did fine. I want to do what I do, not what the fuck you. And he flipped out and they called him and they was going to lose the gig. They were thinking about fucking, he was worried. He was like, he started crying. He said, why can't I just be me? Why do I have to be what they want me to be? Why do I have to be why can't I just be me and get success?
It was a different time then.
But he eventually did. He eventually did wear the industry down. He eventually did where they accepted him as him. He's one of those guys that can just do what the fuck he wants to do and make the money, I think.
Back then, you had to be accepted by the industry to make money. It's really, like, I don't mean this disrespectful to you guys, but you're coming up in a comedy time that was not here when we started.
No.
Like, legit, here's number one. Comics have never been more supportive of each other ever in the history of comedy. Dude, it was vindictive.
That's because you guys are assholes.
No, but now people are supportive. Back then, dude, if someone got shit, everyone was jealous. Everyone was jealous of it. Now people get shit and they're like, "Oh, great, that's awesome."
I don't know about that.
Dude,
I mean, we didn't.
When
give
I
a
got my
fuck.
first deal, I was working
Nobody
the door at the
liked
Boston
you,
Comedy
man.
Club.
Nobody liked. No.
Bullshit. I remember Patrice sitting going, "How much money they paying you?" And I was like, and I remember going, "Oh, I probably shouldn't tell him." And then he just goes, $125,000. And I went, "You guessed it." And then that spread. Todd Barry was talking shit to me. That the business has changed so fucking
But
drastically.
you don't think that people still do that?
I don't think so.
You're out of your fucking mind.
I don't think so.
Are you crazy? You don't think comics are like, oh, what the fuck's he getting at the cellar? She's in at the cellar. She got this. She got that. You don't think they give her shit for stuff that she gets?
Oh, wait,
No
I
one
take that
says
back.
anything
I
to
forgot.
me.
I read your
Dude.
Twitter. Yeah, I guess.
Wait, what did I write on Twitter?
When the shit with Eliza went
Oh.
down. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're totally right.
Can I just say I got all my wisdom teeth taken out that day, and I was on painkillers and all the drugs, and someone showed me the tweet, and I was like, this bitch. And I went nuts, and then it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. I was like, I with liquid weed, and I don't regret it, but I was
Yeah,
pretty
but I
drugged out.
don't think that.
But I'm not jealous of her. Like, that's what was so
excuse.
annoying.
I don't think
Was she
we're
was
all-
like, oh, you're jealous. I'm like, no, I have friends more successful and funnier than you and hotter, and I'm not jealous of them. I like
Wait,
them in
who's
my
hotter?
life.
Who's hotter? Yeah, who's hotter? We are old. We're too old fucking pieces of shit. Look at Jared just kept. He's like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna ruin my career. Me, you're like, who's hotter?
Really, who is hotter?
I got a canoe and a lake house.
But not even in comedy. But it's just like I don't think that's the thing. I feel I can be happy for people and they're happy because there's room for every. Like I don't think I'm competing with anybody.
I don't feel like I'm competing with anybody.
But I understand but I get a lot of things. So if there are people who don't get the things,
But can
I can
can I say
understand.
something though? You got to understand. You got guys who are doing comedy for a shitload of time, fucking wailing out. Here comes this dude out of nowhere, Barry Katz.
Oh yeah.
And you had an article in a fucking paper.
Yeah.
Okay, you had an article on Rolling Stone.
Wait, what are you talking about?
His story.
I
Well,
don't
listen
know.
and you'll
Oh, okay.
understand.
But who's Barry Katz?
Barry?
Who's Barry Katz?
Wow. We're
Can
done,
you-
dude.
can
We're
you
done.
imagine
It's not even
who's
used.
Barry
This
Katz?
this conversation we shouldn't even have with
Do you
them
know
in the
who
room.
that is?
I know.
I do. But I know the story. I know
He
the
was
story he's
he was a
telling right now.
manager.
Okay.
Listen,
He still is.
listen, he's a manager, but
Got it.
at the time when he was managing, he had Wanda Sykes, Dave Chappelle, Jim Brewer, Dane Cook,
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore, keep
Jim
going,
Norton.
Jim Norton, Patrice O'Neill, Billy Burr, Bert Kreischer. I mean,
you mean
Jim
like,
Gaffigan.
Yeah, he represented.
Are you
everyone.
listening?
I
This is-
am.
This
What'd
is
I
the
just say?
problem with
Name the last three
fucking
guys.
Millennials.
Name the last three guys.
I can't.
Okay, then put your fucking phone down and fucking listen.
She thought she was gonna get away with it too.
Well, you think
Right
I
to
am
the
an
last
asshole?
second.
Dude,
What the fuck was that, Bert?
I sit with I'm not gonna say names, but I had a young lady on the road with me.
I was gonna say I can't talk because I know this is an important call. So I was gonna say I'm podcasting. See, they're calling back, but I'll close it. Again.
FaceTiming you.
Oh please, I love this.
She's on a podcast right now. She really can't talk, okay?
It's Bobby Kelly. You know who that is? Sam,
is it?
Sam Safer.
Hey, what's
Bert
up?
Kreischer's
Hi.
here.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. She's on a podcast right now. I just yelled at her for being on her phone.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then have her call me back.
All right, she'll call you back after. Bye.
Thank you so much.
I was talking to Nick from Hilarities. I was with a young lady. I won't say her name. Comic.
Yeah.
And very, very funny. And Nick was talking about how the business has changed for a club owner and things and whatnot, and why internet acts are getting spots.
Yeah.
He's really just, and it's like 2 a.m. where everyone's having cocktails and he's opening up about the business,
Yeah.
and she keeps getting on her phone and not listening and texting her friend. And I felt like going, no, you're missing the greatest moment. Like, you need to be listening right now. And I grabbed her phone and I took it and I said, stop.
Jim Gaffigan was one of the last ones you said. I'm just
You're
slow.
so fucking nuts.
I'm
that
just slow.
While he was saying you
You
need
were
to
just-
listen and pay
No, but I
attention.
did. You were at Hilarities. You were talking to Nick. He was talking about how internet acts, the booking. I'm fully addicted. I think I spend 12 hours a day on Instagram. It's a
Does it
huge
mess your
problem.
eyes up?
It is ruining my life. Weed sandwiches in my phone are ruining my life.
Okay, what's the longest you've ever been on Instagram? No joke, in bed when you wake up.
Hours.
I've been on for
2
legit
hours, 3
2 hours
hours,
before.
Yeah.
2 hours in
I'm
the.
also addicted to porn, but that's not ruining my life as much. But the phone, bread,
What kind of sandwiches?
I had a
What kind of sandwiches?
every sandwiches, a breakfast sandwich, nighttime,
Me-
daytime,
you know-
croissants.
Wait,
I don't
who's
care.
your friend
I would-
hotter than
if I-
Eliza?
Does she like
I have
sandwiches?
lots of hot friends. No, they don't eat sandwiches.
I tell you right now, if I wasn't married and if I was a single young buck, me and you would be hitting it off.
Your wife was so hot. I was so excited to finally meet her in Montreal.
She's so sweet.
I liked her so
I'm
much.
thinking about sandwiches.
She was so cool. And I think you might have been too much to try to show that you're a great husband. We were like, go shopping, go relax, have me time. I'll be here. I loved it.
No. Anyways, what you just said something that I thought
Barry
was,
Katz.
No, we're sandwiches.
No,
Instagram.
I do want to talk about the Barry Katz. Whatever.
The phone
but-
is fucked up. It's like, back in the day, people would see Tetris things. Like, I dream of Instagram. Like, it's
But can I say
hard.
something
You
though?
would, can I tell you, you would right now, if you had my Instagram, you'd be literally orgasmic every day.
Because everyone's giving you attention because it's special?
Yeah, and I've gotten like
notifications,
50,000 new followers.
Wow.
And but it's insane to I'm really into the insights to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
What's that?
Can't
Wait, what's
stop
up? What's
looking.
that? What's insights?
Insights.
I have it, but I've never gone on it. It's like if you have a check mark. Do you have a check mark?
Yeah.
It'll show, obvious, but it'll show you like when people are looking, who, what state, shit like that.
Your breakdown of men versus women, the
Where?
ages, the places. It's on the right side. It's on the top right side.
It's right here. See this?
I'm
You hit this,
obsessed. Yeah, that
and
right.
It gives you insights.
Oh no.
And I go
I
to
won't do it.
audience.
I can't do it.
I have 24,000 this last week.
Audiences.
that's
yeah,
why I
the
don't-
amount it grew in the past week. That's a big.
I try
mean,
not
like,
to even
Dude.
look
I'm
at
gonna do it.
my
I'm obsessed
messages
with
from
it.
not followers.
Oh,
'cause-
no, I don't.
Yeah.
I just I only look at if I
Yeah.
follow you.
Yeah.
I can't
so
do that. It fucking kills me.
I go to Insight. Where the fuck?
Let me
is
see it.
this?
Let me see it.
No, I'm not giving you my phone. You're out of your mind.
I do want to hear all the
I'm-
stories you're all saying, and I do feel
I got
bad
it.
about the phone.
I am looking at the phone so much where my neck was hurting.
I have a callus on my goddamn thumb.
my right side of my
Yeah.
neck, and I thought I have a tumor.
I
And this
can't-
girl looked at me. She goes, "No, you
Listen.
have tech arm."
My friend tweeted about this, Christy Coffee, so I have to give her attention. But there was an MTV True Life like a long time ago, before even these phones. But there was a girl, and she was in high school, and she was going to play college volleyball. But she got not Tourette's. What is this? Carpal tunnel from texting so much, and she wouldn't stop texting, and she couldn't play volleyball in college because she wouldn't stop. And I remember watching it, being like, "What a psycho!" And there was a mom texting and driving with the baby, and I'm like, "These people are terrible." And now I'm fucking everywhere, just on my phone.
I talked to my
can't-
therapist about it. I call it scrolling. I go, I can't stop scrolling. What I'll do is I'll go from Instagram to Twitter to email to text. From Instagram to
But
Twitter
you
to
have
email
to
to
fucking
text.
stop. You got to stop.
Can't.
Well,
no,
help
you
us.
got
Slot
to.
machine. It's a slot machine.
Listen to me.
It
It's a
You
looks-
slot
gotta say-
machine.
They
I'm not
make
ki-
it
listen,
look.
It's the
listen.
same thing an alcoholic does
Stop
when they
it.
can't stop drinking.
Stop
and
it.
they go, one beer was never
Bert,
enough.
Bert,
What?
look at me.
I took Twitter
Look
and
at me.
Facebook off.
Shut up!
I know, it's my problem.
It's your problem. You don't shut up. Listen. God damn it. She's like a fucking Twitter stream. Listen, all of you. We have to stop.
Can I?
No, we have. Listen,
Wait,
no.
can I
no,
tell you what you're going to be addicted to next?
Wait, no. you-
Can I
no.
show you an addiction?
No.
Show you an addiction.
Bert.
Google Trends. Google Trends.
Bobby's running. Bobby's running. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I got to get in small space.
I would Insta story, but I can't.
How'd I make it by you?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't make it through past the fridge. I think it kept going. I got to find a small space he can't fit in.
I don't know how I made it by the fridge.
They thought a thunderstorm happened downstairs. They're like, what the fuck happened?
I just knocked the soup off the stove in the kitchen. Listen.
Oh,
What is it?
Google Trends.
I'm not
You ready for this?
What is that?
Let me just introduce you to the next big thing you're going to love.
Oh, no.
Type in Google Trends. Okay?
Type in.
This is not
Oh,
and it shows you
I'm so out of
how
breath.
if people it is a direct connection to how you sell tickets and if people are Googling you online.
I don't do it. I don't want to even fucking
now
I
he
do
don't
this.
either.
doesn't. Bobby's like, I don't want to see it.
I don't want to
I
say
just don't
anything.
care. I
It's like
know I
seeing
don't
a bad
sell
picture of
tickets.
yourself.
Okay, so type
Here we
in,
go,
type
here we
in
go.
Jared. Type in Jared.
I don't want to see it.
I don't
Type
Type in Jared. Type in
in-
Jared.
wait.
Type in Jared.
Type in Bert. Type in
Type
Bert.
in Bert. I already know what mine is.
Yeah, you're fucking famous right now.
No,
Let's do
no.
it.
No, it's because I have a special. It's spiking.
Great.
So
great-
you're.
Wow, look at that spike.
Yeah.
You know what I did this with when what did she say about the
Here, watch. This is more fun. Go to 2004,
Go to
and you can see my whole
Samantha
career.
B said
Past
that
12
got in
months.
trouble.
See past
Oh,
12
cunt.
months.
She's a feckless
Go down,
cunt.
and then
I
go to
look-
2004 to
Guys,
present.
Don't talk over each other.
Watch this. Oh shit, that's my whole career. Now you want to put that in perspective? Put in Bill Burr or Joe Rogan, and you'll see just how unsuccessful I am.
If you do
Compare.
compare? You can literally compare people.
Oh,
That's
this is
sick.
crazy.
This is bad.
This
This
is
is
sick.
bad.
See, I'm not
This is
interested.
sick. Wow.
that's Burr.
Now, if you put in Patrice's, it goes way up and then it drops the fuck off.
Let's
No,
do
it's probably-
Ariana
it's prob-
Grande.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ariana Grande!
Ariana Grande.
I have the bomb.
How did you just spell
Arena
Ariana?
what? Arena what?
You guys
Oh
aren't
my
even
God.
listening. I just did a bomb and nobody said anything.
I'm just watching Mike try
This
to
is like
spell
doing a
Ariana.
podcast,
I-A.
literally like doing a podcast with fucking children right now. I should go to my fucking kids' kindergarten class. Look at, hey,
You need
hey,
to see how Mike just tried
hey,
to spell Ariana.
hey, pay attention. You're not paying attention. Turn the computer off. I'm looking at No more computer.
Why?
No more computer. No more Google Trends. No more phones. We're going to talk to each other right now. We're talking to each other. Your job's done for the day. Take a break.
Oh my
No,
God.
we're talking.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We're going. You see the sickness? I'm literally talking to her face.
Yeah,
She's-
we see the sickness. It's right fucking there.
Give me this mouse. No more. No more Google Trends. This is sick. You're comparing yourself to other humans.
He's sick.
You just said.
I didn't do it.
You just said that our generation doesn't do that to each other. We support each other. We're
he's
sitting
so
there,
old.
but you're looking up, going, "Yeah,
old?
put
Did you say
Ariana
he's
Grande."
Well, Ariana Grande is amazing to me. She has it's crazy.
And I hope dolphins die.
Sorry.
These straws suck. Get me a real straw.
Yeah, the straw sucks.
It's like drinking out of a napkin.
Fucking
I want to
dolphins.
say something else about the internet, but I don't
Go
want
ahead.
you to have a heart attack.
Go ahead, you can say it.
This is
Look
pretty
at,
sick.
look at my finger. Follow my
This is
finger.
pretty sick, but are you going to keep doing it? I liked the challenge. So I post stories to see who watches it because I want the person I have a crush on to watch my shit, and I like to see how high she is on the thing.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's the
But
craziest
That is
thing
so
I do.
I do that
fucking
too.
nuts.
I like to see that my crush and sometimes my ex look at my thing.
It's fucking. Listen,
almost-
this,
yeah.
I'm gonna take my kid's iPad away.
You should.
That's
I
not a
read
bad idea. Well,
all.
but-
We've talked about this
I'm
before.
not
All
doing
the
this.
tech people,
But-
all the tech millionaires that invent this shit, they don't let their kids on it.
But what about this, Bobby?
What?
Okay, theoretically, do you remember all the shit you got into as a kid? I remember
Yeah.
we lit a kid on fire.
What?
Like,
Whoa, stop,
no,
stop,
I'm
stop.
just saying. Like, I'm just saying.
What?
Remember all the dangerous shit you did?
Yes.
Playing with matches. That's number one.
Yes.
Max will never get into that because
No,
he's
he-
got a fucking computer in front of him.
No.
He'll
No.
just-
No. I don't
You want-
allow him to
that's
fucking sit on that.
interesting.
I'd rather have him outside eating dirt, playing with bugs,
Yeah.
or doing something outside. Than I have a friend who's you go over to the kid's house. He's like this on the iPad. It doesn't talk, doesn't fucking socialize. He's just looking, and he goes on YouTube Kids, which should be illegal, by the way,
Yeah.
because it's just these parents going, "Look at this, kids," with that fucking voice, and kids sit there and watch other kids with their families putting together toys and having candy, and it's like, dude, let's just go get a toy. Let's
Yeah.
go. That's why I bring my kid in the backyard and I'll build something with them. I'll do something with them. I'll find bugs with them. I'll go take a fucking walk with them. This fucking shit that we're all on and we're all addicted to, even on the road. They fucking, we got to tweet out the club. The club wants you to do this and everybody. And then you're going to deal not only with fucking tweeting all fucking day, Insta storing all day, all this fucking Facebook, Twitter. There's 5 social medias. Then you're going to go do this shit and see how better fucking Bill Burr is doing than you. And what if you never make it? What if you wind up at a fucking Trader Joe's fucking bagging groceries? Then that's what sucks about this fucking business. Either you're a star or you're a piece of shit. Either you're fucking
Point it right at me.
Not,
right at he did.
sorry,
Right at you.
Michael.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, you're
And
a piece of shit.
All right, I'm gonna do it the other way. Either you're a star or you're a piece of
I
shit.
do want to say that Bert brought this
Wait,
up.
put
not
him in
the young
Google Trends.
ones.
I'm so much higher than him.
I don't know.
I brought it. Look, I thought
I'm-
I'm sharing. I was sharing illness with you guys.
You
Like,
gave,
we were
but you
talking
gave
about,
it to him now.
I'm
now
not
she's
gonna do
infected.
this.
You better not.
You will
fucking
definitely
I'm
do.
not
it.
gonna
You
do this.
definitely.
Look at
fucking
me.
I still
will.
don't look at
You're gonna-
insights. I've had a
you're
check
gonna do
mark
it
for a
once.
bit.
You're gonna do it once.
Do not fucking do
I
this.
don't care.
Do not ever go. Whose name? I mean, that's crazy.
No, I was
Doug
recently.
Benson introduced it to me.
I was recently talking to someone older and that's
Boy.
been doing comedy for a long time. But I was saying, I was like, yeah, I just feel so cool and successful. He's like, you're not successful yet. But in my brain, it's like, I'm living my dream life. I obviously would love more money, but. And for
That's probably a more
people to
healthy
look
way
at.
to
Can I
look
say
at-
something
But
about
I'm living my dream
Can I
come
say something about
true.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, why, if you feel successful,
Yeah.
if you're fine,
Yeah.
then people always say this, oh, they act like they're famous. How? So they have confidence, self-esteem, they believe in themselves, and they don't take shit from people? That's somehow a reward you get when you become famous? What the fuck is that? Why can't you just have that now because you're happy in your life and who you are? Why do I have to become famous to somehow have some self-esteem? And then when you become famous, oh, they're fucking egotistical now. They think they're the shit. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And it's all based on this shit. It's all based on whether you have a check mark next to your fucking name, how many followers you get, all that horse shit.
Yeah.
That our whole life is based on fucking strangers following you on some horse shit.
Yeah, but it's not horseshit. And I'll only argue the other point friendly to you. But I will say it's.
I like it. Be angry with me.
How else are you going to pay your fucking bills? Like, if I'm not aware of my social media, posting stuff. You were just in Vegas with Voss, and I enjoyed watching your Insta stories so
Right.
much.
But I
then
enjoy
think about
doing it.
Yeah,
I enjoy doing that.
I enjoy doing it, too.
I enjoy doing that. If you enjoy, like, that's what I'm saying.
love
If
the
you
stories.
enjoy fucking doing it,
Yeah, then
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
If you don't, I don't like Twitter. I don't fucking tweet. I'm not sitting there trying to think of fun fucking goofy shit to say. But some people do it and they love it and they love doing it. And I don't give a fuck.
It can be, but I mean, how many people give me shit about the spraying myself with a fucking hose?
Dude, it's the most annoying thing on the fucking internet.
I want to unfollow you almost every other day.
Every fucking time I see him naked under a hose,
That's
I
not
want
the
to throw
least.
my
I haven't
phone.
seen it yet, and that now you just gave me the sickness because I'm going. I gotta see you.
see it.
Spray.
I go, Mike, bring it up. He goes, no. He has no keyboard. I broke the keyboard.
But we got into this to do stupid shit like that. Like these are all tools to be able to be funny.
I got into comedy so I could throw a fucking keyboard across the room and have fun.
I got into comedy to not wake up in the
Stop
morning.
looking like a battered woman. Will you relax?
Mission accomplished.
I got
She's
into
gonna
comedy
hashtag
just to
me
giggle.
to me.
What?
I just got into comedy to giggle. I like giggling.
I like
Yeah,
not
to do
waking up.
stupid shit.
I like to
and
not work.
All this does is offer new platforms to do more
Look,
stupid shit.
watching your Insta story
You're nonstop.
is sickening.
You're gonna be a
I
bad dad.
just realized I don't follow you.
It's okay.
It's
Can you
sickening.
follow me too?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't follow you.
I don't know.
But it makes
I
me
have
less
more
exciting.
fun, but I have more fun on Instagram than anything. Like
Then
really,
that's all
a lot
that
of other
matters.
things.
This-
I sit there on the Instagram stories. When I do the movies, I do dudes
We're
watching
feeding a
rom-coms.
loneliness, and you know it.
I do know it, but I also sit there watching a movie and I get to watch I get to make fun of it, and people go, "Wow, this is hilarious!" And you're getting the same thing that you
Right.
get out of doing stand up
But
as doing
if I
a
had,
TV
but here's the
show.
thing that I do recognize. When we were their age, this didn't exist.
No.
So I don't know. I might be when I could be shirtless and I might have been shirtless, hosing myself off.
Oh,
if it was around back when we were there.
I mean,
I also want to say, I think I'm 31. I think we're the last generation to have grown up without technology and then gotten it. Because then everyone after us already
That's
had
very
it.
interesting.
So we had both. Like I remember going to friends' houses or like knocking on a door and riding bikes. Like I remember all that.
But here's the problem with this. Here's the problem
Lisa
with
lived in Mayberry.
with this shit, right? Even everybody's listening to this fucking shit
I
right
love
now,
memes.
and it's like it's all. But people come to my show not because they like it, because they hate it. So it's like this.
You have hater fans?
But every single person out there has hater fans. Michael Jackson had haters. Prince had haters. It's mind-boggling to me that there's people on this fucking earth that follow you to fucking hate Bert.
dude, there are people that leave comments on every video I post, everything I post on Instagram, explaining what a piece of shit liar I am because I'm not an athlete. You stop saying you're in shape. You're fat.
I never
You
called
drink
you.
too
I never
much.
called you an athlete.
Your wife
Do
doesn't
you
know
think
anything.
But that's part of, do you think they're like trying to be in on the joke?
No,
Or
no,
they're
no,
just
no,
being-
no. They're people. They're crazy. What happens is they're addicted to this too. So they leave a hateful comment, and then fans, people that like you, will reply to that. And then if there's a ton of prize, it goes to the top, and then they become the top comment when people go in, and then they get into fights. And I think they're feeding their sickness.
They get heard.
Yeah.
They go from lonely guy that just has no one that follows them to people that they're.
I see
talking
these
to.
hunters. I watch these hunters now
I do.
on fucking YouTube, and even these guys, these men, fucking living off the land.
Yeah.
These are fucking men. Are on YouTube going, listen, man, I understand the comments, but I eat to survive. This deer, it's like they get haters.
They're answering these idiots too.
because this is a guy that lives in the woods.
Yeah.
Still gets. As a human, you want to be liked because you feel like you're a good person. You know who you are. And when people misconstrue that and start saying shit that's not true to you because of something that they don't understand, you want them to understand you. And even these men that fucking can hunt and kill are sitting there going, man, I understand that, animals are beautiful, but I eat this. If I wasn't eating this, I would understand where you shut the
I have
fuck up.
three responses for people who write negative shit.
One?
Block and delete. Don't
Two?
even respond.
I delete.
2, you okay?
3,
You forgot to like the post. Those are the only responses.
and this is why I like this is why I love Jared. I'll tell you why. He is in it 100%. There's no I know what you're talking about. Fuck you. Like my shit. Get my shit out there. Fuck off. Or leave.
But you know what it is? It's demeaning to the profession. What you're saying is that I didn't put the amount of time, the thought into it that I should put in as a professional comedian to think of what the feedback will be that is negative. So I put this stuff out fully thinking, oh, what are people going to say that's bad about this? Who will this offend? Who will this be against?
Right.
And then I put it out as a pro
Right.
to say this is what it is. And
Yeah.
if you come back with your thing, that's you having something in your life that you're upset
You
about.
have to fucking just not give a shit. But you have to be as real. Here's the thing with me. I can't put something out there just for it to be funny, because if it does get the consequences and I didn't believe in it and I was just saying it to be fucking funny, I'll feel like a piece of shit. And I can't do what certain people, like what you do, I can never do.
I couldn't do it.
Never do it.
Bert, you just said I got into comedy to giggle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you take this more serious than I do, you should just leave my page. I'm
Right.
just
Yeah.
gonna goodbye. It doesn't matter to me.
I can't
You're not here to
fight
have
with
fun.
people. I don't like it. It doesn't.
You don't like confrontation.
I don't like. Oh, you know that.
I was joking when I threw the keyboard. I hope you know that.
Yeah,
That was a pure
yeah.
joke. I still
No, I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting with people online. And I don't like. One time I put on there was a hunter. I won't say his name, but he's a nice guy, really great guy. And he had a picture with a deer he had just killed, and he was sitting with the deer's head in its lap, and he was like for the camera. And I just wrote as a joke. I wrote, "That's amazing how you could get it to sit still to take a picture." And people like destroyed me. And I was like, they're like, "Bro, not fucking funny. That is his prize." And I was like, and by the way, I was like, I like this guy, and I didn't want to be starting beef.
Sure.
And so I just deleted my comment, and everyone's like, came to my page and like, "Where are you now, fuck boy?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Can I ask you a question though? Can I ask you a question though? That's a funny line.
So funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. What? It's like with something like that. It's like, what the fuck,
But
man?
that's their problem.
But we're.
They're
I
fucked
think
up.
you're right. I think we're comics. If you put it out there, I mean, are we gonna? Is everybody gonna like us?
But this is
Is this the thing though that we're actually seeing? What our if we could know the pulse of the world on our comedy, is that the thing we're seeing that we don't like? You know what I mean? Like those guys won't like you, Bert.
Yeah.
Because of
They
who
never
you
will.
are.
They never will.
So why would you say? Do you say I'm sorry and delete it, or do you go, hey
I just
man,
deleted it because I didn't want the
don't want the
hunter to see it and think what they were thinking.
just
I
call
didn't,
him, just say Joe Rogan.
no, it wasn't
I'm
Joe.
kidding.
No, yeah, I would have texted
I was
that.
about to
for him.
say,
I've said
what is
fuck-
up with this hunting? I
Can I
didn't
say
realize.
Oh, I follow
everyone-
a lot of
I
hunters.
didn't realize all
I
of
follow
you
a
were
lot of
so into
hunters.
hunting.
Can I say one thing?
News.
I've done like 3 jokes, all
Yeah.
bombed. You guys are just listening. I mean, not even fucking. I mean, not even hearing anything
Well,
I'm
what about
saying.
the joke I showed you guys before? But I was like, I'm gonna post this. But I looked at you guys. I go, check it out. Is it funny?
I said it was funny.
And I go to you. I go, is it funny? And also, are you like angered by it?
I liked
And
it.
then
It
it
was
was just,
funny.
it was a, you know,
Cool.
but it was
Yeah.
like that's. But that's
funny.
also, me saying, okay, 2 people I respect.
Yeah.
Here we go. You're 2 people that do
Yeah.
this, and
It's funny.
okay, goodbye.
But funny
If
wins.
you're
Because
Funny
I
wins.
tell you all the time that
Yeah.
I hate what you post.
Yeah, but you'll be like, I
So,
don't like that. And I'll be
yeah.
like, well, you
hate
took
it.
the.
I know.
But I get it.
It's
funny, but
always like just
funny's funny though. Funny's
Yeah.
funny. Funny wins.
Funny's funny, but funny can be unfunny to some people.
Yeah, but
Sure.
but funny to you is
For me,
is funny.
the
Yeah.
hate that
So
I
that's
get
it.
is the same shit people have been saying for my whole life, so it doesn't change. Like for women, it's usually like you're fat, ugly, whore, not funny. So it's like, all right,
Yeah,
I
by
don't
the way,
know.
I get the
It's
same
never,
ones.
Yeah.
Except you're an alcoholic, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Your kids are not gonna have a dad,
So to me, it's
I get.
like,
Is that
It's
the
a little
worst?
dark.
dude. And you're like, hey man, just fucking leave me alone.
I love this. They go, dude, I love you, but your kid's not gonna have a dad. It's like, and then I go to their page. I'm like, your wife is fat too.
Yeah.
Your wife
Oh.
and you are both fat.
Also,
That was one
I
of the- that
love
was
you,
one of the-
and then they say that. Well, it's not even love. They
Because
don't want
I have a rule: if you're gonna say something to me, you have to say I love you at the end, or it has to be funny. If you make me laugh and you say I love you at the end, I'll leave any comment. It does. I've left some. I've left some fucked up shit on my feed because I went, that was a good one. But yeah, I'm just laughing too because poor Mike's just sitting there with no keyboard. He has nothing to do now.
I gotta go.
All right.
I
Well,
got
shit.
more press.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, that my driver just
say
called.
the name of your special.
No, because I don't want anyone to leave any negative comments.
It's so
Listen,
good.
listen,
It's so
dude.
good.
Oh,
Bird,
thank
I
you. It's
watched
called
Really
Secret
good.
Time.
I watched it.
I loved it, man.
It's
great.
fucking hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were gonna slam me. You're
No,
like, I
dude.
watched it. Enjoy press.
Oh, I also,
No, the first. Listen, I watch a lot of specials on, and I used to play this game. How long can you make it?
Yeah.
And I haven't made it through a lot of these fucking things. I'm telling you, dude, fucking hilarious. The first story out of the gate, from the second you walk out there, is fucking hilarious.
Thank you, man.
You really killed it on this one, dude.
Dude,
This one
thank
was
you so
fucking
much.
great.
Thank you.
Really, unfucking believable. The crowd was fucking great. They loved you. It looked beautiful. So you got to check out.
and
Bert
you're a
Kreischer
big
special.
hit in the Russian community because of your joke.
That's so funny. I've heard
'Cause-
that now a few times.
Because I'm Russian and my sister, because Dan Soder has a Russian joke too, so you two make the rounds
Yeah.
in the Russian.
But this
chain.
special, bro, this special
Thank
was
you.
fucking great.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'll,
really.
I'll see you on the cruise.
Excuse me?
Cowheads Cruise.
Oh, yes. I thought
I'm
we were
going to be
some fucking
sober. I'm
gay
going to be
thing.
sober, no booze.
Oh, good. We'll
Why?
hang out. We'll
No
smoke
booze.
cigars.
Sober October.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're going to Calta Cruise in October.
What's that?
It's a cruise ship friend of ours. Radio,
Cruise ship friend of ours.
Number one radio guy down in Tampa. Mike Calta has a cruise that he goes on. We're both doing it.
Nice.
We're both doing comedy. I can't
Cigars,
wait.
exercise.
Suck each other off.
You got it.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Third
Thank you very
base,
much.
baby.
Bye,
Following you guys now.
Yay.
Good. Bert, the
Glitter
best.
cheese.
Hey, Bert, can you send somebody over the keyboard?
I have the mouse.
I love you. Thank you for the desserts.
Cool guy.
I love him.
He's so cool.
Let's do that read.
Yeah, but he
I
has
gotta do a
Let's do
read.
that read.
Hang on, I gotta do a read.
Damn.
I gotta do this read. Help me with this read, would you?
Can I get my phone back?
Yeah, you can have your phone back. It's so funny.
Action.
I checked it on this one, right? Did we do the first one?
No.
Oh, this is the first one.
Yes.
All right, don't fast forward because we're going to do a cute few things. Football season is here right now. And how would you like to double your money? Guaranteed. Is it guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Crazy. Well, our friends at BetDSI, which I made bets with, I'm a member of now, are making that possible this football season when you register with promo code YKWD100. Use that code. Check this out. The NFL, the NCAA football seasons are upon us, and it's time to take the pigskin, which is not a condom, which is actually the football. That was stupid. Knowledge to the bank and betdsi.com. To help you get started with some of these extra bang for your buck, BetDSI is offering a double your money on your first deposit. That's pretty crazy. So you make your first deposit. If you do 100, they're going to give you $200. 100, so you'll have 200. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so check it out. That's right now. Deposits to starting with this is you can get up to $2,500 free. Jesus, that's double your money right from the get-go when you use promo code YKWD. Shit. That's a lot of money. When it comes to football, BetDSI has odds on everything you could ever want or imagine, whether it's NFL, NCAA, football, MLB, NBA, UFC. I thought I said escorts. Sports. I was like, you bet on hookers? This bit's gonna die. If it's happening, BetDSI will put it on the line. BetDSI has been online for 20 years. That is huge that it's been around for that long and has built an impeccable reputation for great service, fast payments combined with an excellent mobile interface so you can play, win, and get paid anytime, anywhere. It is. I signed up for the Lewis fight. It was amazing. Yeah, BetDSI is great. I'm going to make some bets this year on the Patriots using BetDSI.
Okay.
I don't have a bet. I'm not a gambler. Anyways, you're ready to win. Join BetDSI right now. Go to betdsi.com today using promo code YKWD100, and you're already won by doubling your bankroll straight away. That's promo code YKWD100 to get in the action and get paid. And if you get paid, you get laid. Woo-woo. Right, fellas and girls? That's right.
Right,
Money
fellas
counts.
and girls.
Bullshit. Well, you got to say that now so you don't get in trouble. Don't stand on the sidelines
Fellas
this
and
season.
girls.
Because it's just right.
Be in it to win and enjoy. Well, come on, you guys. Do you like football? Enjoy the games that much.
No, but my
When you
best
play-
friend Megan just started her job at the NFL today.
Oh, well.
So shut your mouth. Can I just
what's
read you what one of your fans just wrote to me on Instagram? Because
Yeah.
we were just talking about it. You ruined YKWD today. Good job, hole.
But he put I love you happy face, right?
No, good job, hole.
Right.
I get whole a lot on this podcast for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's it's better than what I get. It's my show. I get fat fuck. Shut up.
Yeah, bad people listen.
Hole. It's pretty bad.
Hole's not bad as fat
Unless
fuck.
you're fucking.
It's unspecific.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, you're
We're
doing.
all a hole.
I mean,
It's
you are
demeaning.
ruining the
It's-
show
you're
right now.
demeaning
Both of you guys talking is ruining.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, two women talking at the same time is considered a hole. It's a black hole.
black hole.
Anyways,
What's your
Bert, what a
next one?
fucking sweet guy.
Are you promoting something else?
No, we'll do another one in a little
Just
bit.
football.
I fucking hate it, man.
What do you
But
hate?
I hate that like you said, that I'm caught between two worlds. I'm caught between the old world before all this shit, and now I'm kind of sucked into it. And I am half of my body's like, don't fuck this, and the other half is like, oh, this is fun, like Instagram stories.
I think having fun with it is like the biggest.
Yeah,
thing.
but you're fucking great at it, dude. You actually make money off it. You progress it. I am like old school. I just want to get on a TV show. I want to get on
Yeah.
TV and act and do acting and make some money and maybe get a little popularity and do comedy enough to where people will show up. But it's like,
People to show up.
It's just like.
But I mean, there's a piece of me that sees like Instagram as an opportunity to like make
No,
your own
Of course,
TV
I have fun
show.
doing
You know,
stories and posting and looking at cool outfits and tattoos. But then suddenly it's been 2.5 hours, and you're like, ew.
Oh, I have that too.
Or I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah, I
TV,
can't
and
get
it's
away
like,
from
why
it.
am I not just watching the show? Oh, I watched the show Insatiable last night on Netflix, and everything I read about it was like, fat shaming, this is bullshit, unfeminist, fat shaming. Watched it. No one who watched it wrote a review. Like, I can't believe that happened. It is the most wild, campy, good, disgusting, pedophile. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's a weird show.
You watched it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I watched it.
What is it?
It has nothing
yeah,
to do with
it-
the fat
it
thing.
has
after.
nothing to do
It's
with
like
the fat
there's
thing.
murder. There's so much
What is
craziness.
it?
It's a show about a.
It's a
yeah.
girl, and she's fat, and her life sucks. And then she gets punched by a homeless dude in the face,
she
jaw wired
loses
shut,
weight?
turns super hot, but has a murderous spirit, and like befriends this lawyer who's married to Alyssa Milano, and he's super gay.
Wait, but stop.
And likes the pageant coach.
Stop.
Yeah.
Settle down. Slow down. You're a little crazy today.
I know.
You let us settle down. Whatever drug you took before
Just
the
coffee.
show. All right, don't do that again.
My
Come on my
thyroid
show.
pill, weed, and coffee.
Yeah, you gotta settle down. You're a little fucking whipped up today. I don't want to have to tell you that.
I just like being here.
I love you here.
Is it
you
because
know
he called me a hole?
No,
Suddenly you're questioning your
no,
choices?
No, I'm actually. I'm like, no. Listen, this guy's got a point. No, I'm just because you
Okay.
have to finish the sentence. But there is some point where people bring up. I want to know. You said that this girl was fat, got punched in the jaw from a homeless guy.
Tried to take her candy
It's a
bar.
wild show.
Had to have her shut. Had to have her jaw wired shut, and lost all the weight and become hot, and now she wants to kill people.
She wants
Which
to,
girl is it, by the way?
On the right.
The one in the blue, right?
Which one in the blue? There's two
No,
blues.
it's kind of none of them. Go find a hotter photo of her.
Yeah, she's way hotter.
She's
than
so
this is
hot.
the trailer.
It's
her best friend's like this secret lesbian who has a crush on her. Everyone's fucking each other. Arden, there's all these comics in it. Sarah Colonna. There's white trash elements, and everyone's fucking teens. It's very John Waters, like so funny satire camp. And all people wrote about
What
it
are
was
you doing?
fat shame.
I'm dealing with something.
Well, deal with it after.
But
You got
everyone
20
was
more-
talking
what are you dealing
about
with?
fat shaming, and I'm like, this show is amazing. It's the craziest show I've
This
ever
is
seen.
the worst thing. All you young comics come on the
I
show
had
now,
it off the whole time.
and then you go and you
Now
gotta
I'm
be on
back
your
in.
fucking phone.
Can we look at how hot she is?
She looks like a mini Chrissy
I want to
Teigen.
see when she was
does.
fat.
Oh, the fat suit wasn't even good, but
Yeah.
find it.
Let me see the fat one. Yeah, she's smoking hot.
I mean, she's
She was a Disney
wildly
star.
hot.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know who
she
she
was
is.
the nanny, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Ah.
so she,
Or Nick or whatever. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, she looks like me. Holy shit, that's not a bad fat suit.
But there's lying and crazy. Well, the rest of her isn't fat in it, so she's wearing shorts and her legs look
I'm gonna go.
great.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
her legs.
Her legs look great.
I'm gonna go piss off a homeless guy after the show today.
But I mean, this is like a very good example of like internet stuff where people are just shouting. They just want to be heard, and they want to say they see a girl in a hot girl in a fat suit, and they go, "This is shaming," you know. And you're like, "What are you? You don't even know what you're talking
But
about."
when are we gonna fucking say fuck off? When
No, you just do your life.
Yeah, but no, but people they listen. Corporate America listens to these
Well,
people.
Netflix didn't listen. They didn't take down the show. They went ahead with it, and then you know,
And I love it.
yeah. and-
Well, it's always something because it's like 5
Yeah, but
years
it-
ago. It's like, hey, they're not. No one's celebrating. It's a female lead.
I actually
Hang
And
on one
people
second.
are
One
nicer
second.
to you when you get hotter. Like,
One
that is
second.
a true thing.
Who are you?
The guy whose keyboard you threw and
Sorry.
called the piece of trash earlier.
I call you a piece of trash.
Yeah,
Pointed at him.
No, that was.
I know.
I love when Mike talks. It's just shocking.
out of left field.
Yeah, it's just out of nowhere. It's like, huh?
Because it's almost if it wasn't the fat thing, it's like how come she's not Asian? How come she's not trans? There's
It'll be
always
something.
something. There's somebody
But
complaining about
did
something.
but did that always exist? Was that always there? We just didn't know about it, or is
Yeah.
that something that was created from this shit?
Yes, but also.
Brilliant question.
But also.
Brilliant question.
The thing
Tag that
behind-
question.
The thing
Tag that
Are you?
question.
Did I interrupt? Am I in trouble or not? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I
No, go
talk too
ahead.
much.
No, go ahead.
But also, yeah, hire black leads that aren't playing stereotypical people. There are things that are like, yes,
What do you
just
mean? What do you
hire
mean? What do
people
you mean?
better. like for TV shows and stuff.
But
like
I had this
just do all open casting. Like why can't the lead hot like just let people fuck that look different?
Yeah, okay, but here's the deal. Now that they're casting minorities and women and all people of color, great.
Yeah.
But they seem to forget one thing. They're only casting the hottest, best ones from those people.
Yes.
Okay? So why don't you if you
Except
look at,
Orange is the New Black, who changed lots of things.
But here's the deal.
Gave women careers that would never have careers.
Okay, fine, but they still do it all the time. If you go bald or you're fat or you have a mole or fucked up teeth, you look at European television. It's all ugly people. It's regular people. Go on a bus, sit on a train, sit on a plane. 99.9% of the people on that thing are fucking ugly. Okay? Ugly.
I'm sure some of these people are ugly. They just have 3 layers of makeup on.
Okay, but most of them are not ugly. You go to the CW,
Also,
it's the finest
It's a
of
hot
the
people
fine.
network,
it's,
for sure.
It's the
Yeah, because
on
they're
everything.
trying to sell shit, and hotter people sell more things. But also,
But that's because of what we think.
It's also who's in charge, and then they'll put ugly people in, and it's like, oh, I guess this will make money. So if it
money
does,
also
I don't
makes
know.
you hotter.
Yes.
That's
That's
an American thing.
I'm
though.
just saying.
That's an American thing.
I'm just
But
saying,
you
if the
said-
people in charge,
it's an American thing.
need to be different too, because it's the same people in charge who've been in charge forever.
But people in charge are fucking ugly.
Yeah,
They're not.
They
good.
hate
They're
themselves.
ugly people.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us are fucking regular assholes.
That's why it's annoying. Lena Dunham gets hated on. She was just like fat and ugly. It's like let her have her show.
But why does she get hated on? What the?
People are so mean to her. What?
Is there a problem?
He's eating almond butter
From a tablespoon.
from a tablespoon.
He's dieting. I don't know. Let him live.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat up here.
I can't eat a tablespoon of peanut butter in
no.
4 minutes.
No.
2 tablespoons.
I just can't believe you couldn't wait 30 more minutes till
Yeah,
when the show
you're not
was
supposed
done.
to.
I
You're not
never
supposed
know
to
when
raise it.
the show ends.
4:30. Check the text.
When I go, where are you playing?
I came for the full thing, so
gonna
I'm
tell-
trying to make sure that
I'm gonna
I
tell-
can live my
Ooh,
life.
you just threw Bert under the fucking bus.
No, I didn't mean that was.
Wow.
That
Wow.
wasn't. No, I'm saying I packed.
Anyways,
the day.
People are
You're not
so mean
supposed
to
to eat
her.
up here.
No, Orange is the New Black was
yeah, but
huge.
they're mean to her because she's kind of
She does dumb
self-righteous.
shit, but
She's-
people hated her from the
But
beginning.
she's self-righteous. Here's the problem. If you're going about it like, hey, I'm just a regular girl and I'm just a regular body and here we are, and then you get self-righteous about shit and you let fame get to your head, then people are like, you know what, go fuck yourself. Because
Yeah,
you're
but
not
people
being...
said I go fuck yourself from day one. It was
To
like
who?
put your clothes on. To Lena Dunham, it was like put your clothes on, and it's like no, I don't want to.
I agree with you. I mean, some people did that. I mean,
You're allowed to. She's also could have done some things awesome and then been stupid on other things. She was like 24 when this started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think people are worse than her, and she gets shit on all the time. even though she
I'd
became
rather
a
see
dummy.
I'd rather see regular people on TV a lot more.
Sure.
I'd rather the stuff that happened to that Cosby guy.
Yeah.
The fact that these people reacted and do it with everybody. They do it with us.
Yeah.
They'll do it with you guys. You guys are doing well right now. You're loving everything because everything's awesome. But once you get fame and you're on TV and you're doing a bunch of shit and then it goes away,
Yeah,
you're
people
all of a
hate
sudden
on
you're fucking nobody.
You're a loser.
Yeah.
is how they look
Well,
at it.
but it's unbelievable that this guy was making ends meet in the acting world. If you're not getting gigs,
Well, the
you
interesting-
can't just quit. You have to subsidize. You have to get something else.
I mean, you got a family. You got to provide.
Well, people
you gotta
also
go-
don't
well,
understand.
comedy
what this
is my fucking Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Comedy right now. If TV came along, I'd rather be on TV than fucking going on the road.
Yeah, but isn't the dream also once all the TV or whatever, then you can just always sell tickets? Like that's what I always think about. I'm like, just get to a point where you can always sell tickets,
And you don't have to worry
because all
about
the
anything
other
else.
stuff can go away, or like
yeah,
where
but
you
can
could produce.
Yeah,
stuff.
but I've done 3 times where I've sold tickets and then
And
it went
wasn't-
away.
yeah.
It sold tickets and then it goes. You got to keep in the limelight. You got to keep, in that thing,
Yeah.
or
Wow.
you have to have a people. Like a certain type that follows you, and that's
Yeah.
you're their people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have a people. I'm
No,
out there.
But
That's
you
why
look-
it annoys me. Sorry, I know I've been talking a lot, but that's what when people are like, athletes get millions of dollars. They don't all these actors, and it's like you don't know the 15 years that went into it where you don't get paid. Like you don't know the practices and all that shit for athletes. Like, yeah, they deserve all their millions. You don't know how hard it is to book a movie. Get the fuck out of here.
But it's like this guy got shit. People are like, oh, look at him now. Like, and
Ridiculous.
even the people that posted it, like the news people, they're like, he's working at a what the
How
fuck?
is
Why
that
would
news?
you? Why would you make that
But
fucking news?
You know
Hopefully
what's
he'll get
interesting
hired now.
is there's no nuance to anything. Like it is, people seeing him working at a Trader Joe's. No one who works in in Hollywood or any entertainment industry wants to see that because it becomes about you.
No, because
it becomes personal. You go, well, that could be me one day.
Yep.
And the people that are on the other side of it are going, you can work wherever you want. And it's like, yes. You know,
did you hear what he said?
What he said was the most interesting
What
thing.
did he say?
Because if you watch the interview, he does a minute where he goes, yeah, some people wouldn't even make a big deal out of me working there. And he goes, I wish they made it. And you watch, this interview is crazy because he admits, he's even in the interview saying, yeah, I wish when people saw me, they should be like, well, why are you here? Like, he even thought that people should
But
that.
here's another interesting thing he said, is that he was like, please don't give me work because of this. He goes, if you have something that I'd be good in, I'd love the audition. But don't give it, I don't want work from this. That's some manly shit right there.
Sure.
That's some self-awareness where someone's like, look, because you can go two routes. You can say, yeah, it's fucked up what they did, and I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Yeah.
And the work would fly the fuck in for this guy.
But it's interesting that like people are getting angry at this. I guess to me, I don't think there's that many people going, "Ha ha, look at you working at a Trader Joe's," as has been made out to be.
I guarantee
Two
that
guys,
more people, even if they didn't say it, when you see that, you're it's in us,
yes,
because of Hollywood to go, oh,
when it's absolutely
not when you know when you say, oh, if he's in outside with no home and a cup and no foot, having a job as a man, as a human being,
sure,
as an adult, being smart enough to go, my family needs money, here's a job, a respectable any job, and saying, hey, cool, I'll do that and I'll make money and hopefully get another gig someday, and I'm going to keep trying.
But what I'm saying is to say awe is human and natural.
It's human, but it's not. It shouldn't be, because if I said to you, all right, only in this business, Jared, if you were working as a teacher, or say you were working in stock market, and I walked in one day and you were teaching kindergarten, I'm not going to go, oh, I'm going to go, oh, you trained.
But let's say your teacher from high school, all of a sudden you saw your teacher from high school working on the weekend at Trader Joe's.
I would be like, what's up? It wouldn't even affect me.
But I'm saying you would have a moment where you go,
but they do
why
that.
Do they have
I think
to...
it's because I was poor. Were you poor?
I'm poor, yeah.
I was
no,
poor.
but you have a moment. I'm saying, like, you know,
It's a class thing, dude, and it's a fucking sickness that the fact that he's working at a great... First of all, Trader Joe's has benefits.
Great benefits.
It's a great company to work for.
Yeah.
For him to work there is amazing.
But
Why
I'm
is
saying-
that a... Oh.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm saying, looking at it, I go, oh, that's like, that sucks that people would point him out and be like, look at it, you know, how, you know, the people doing the look how pathetic this is, that's like the 1% of people.
But even
I'm saying the people online that are going, you can do any job you want. People are asking for humans to be better than they actually are online. And I'm saying online, you see this whole community.
But that's the problem, is you shouldn't even acknowledge it. He shouldn't be online. We shouldn't be talking about him. He just went and got a fucking job to pay bills and buy food.
Totally agree
and that's
with
what
that.
we're supposed to fucking do. This shit business at pretending at the highest level or telling dick jokes for a living is crazy that it exists. And this guy had it. He was successful, made some money, and now he's got a different job.
But to the everyday Joe and Jim that goes into Trader
And
Joe's
Jane.
sorry, and,
Sorry.
you know. But I'm saying to the everyday person that goes into Trader Joe's that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
The Cosby Show is fucking huge to them.
Yeah.
Anyone on the Cosby Show is a multi-millionaire just because they're on TV.
Oh yeah, because Che on his Instagram always fights with people and like writes opinions, and he said someone wrote to him like, yeah, but he's been working. If you check his IMDb, he's been doing shows consistently, and he goes, yeah, that's $900 a day.
Yeah, no one
you don't
understands
think how
that.
much a guest role on TV is.
But
It's not that much.
he went from making $50,000 an episode to $900 for a day of. Let's just put it into perspective, please.
Sure.
$900 for a day of pretending at the highest level with a craft service table and a fucking umbrella over your head is amazing to the guy that is working flat stacking a lumber
That wasn't my
yard.
point. The point is,
But
when I
people
was a
don't know
kid
that.
watching TV,
They're making $200 for a day of hard work. Most people
that's not
in
my
this
point.
country. No, it's my point.
Oh, okay.
Not everything's your fucking point.
Don't be on your fan's side. You're fueling the fire.
No, I love you. First of all, I love you, and fuck that guy for calling you a hole. I have you on my
aggressive.
podcast because I fucking love you.
It's
No, I
such an
know.
aggressive
I'm just
word for a for a woman.
I used to be as a kid.
I mean, he has a point today. You're being a little holy.
No, just as a kid, when I watched TV, it'd be like, "Oh, you guys are so rich and and then you get to know it, and you're like, "Oh, it's not what you think it is." That's it.
It's nothing is exactly. It's not what you think it is, and it's just a fucking job. But somehow we put people on these pedestals to eventually fall off. We're gonna take them all off.
Yeah.
They all fall off.
I mean, we don't want anyone getting too high.
Listen, you right now, good-looking young fucking dude
Keep going.
that can shower topless and just consistent.
Are you showering with a shirt on?
After my wife makes me consistent tan from the head down, right? But
Try to keep up the tan.
Now, when you get older, you ain't gonna be able to run that game.
It's going to be a different game.
You're gonna have to figure out a different
You got to
game.
evolve. You got to go on Instagram and start putting up stories and
He
not
also
complain
has
about
rich
it.
parents.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that mean?
You might get money later.
No, that's not the case.
I love that he went.
I hope so, but
That has nothing to do with my direction in life. I mean, to think that way would be, to me, a suicide of doing this.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like
you have rich parents.
I have parents that have never had an issue, so I would say.
What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, I wouldn't. I know richer
Do
people.
you have rich parents?
No,
Of course, rich people know richer people. I know everybody.
but I can always. To me,
What kind
it's
of cars your
interesting-
father? Mercedes, or does he drive a BMW?
There are still
Well,
Jews.
on the way to his job at Trader Joe's,
I bet they paid in full for the car.
Well, they compared
Yeah.
to Xiaoping, you guys are still.
Xiaoping. I know, but I see people who have rich.
I love you. Keep asking him questions, and then you look at me.
Because this is my favorite game with Jared to play with other people that are rich. Is like they deny it so much, but it's like, but you are. Just
I've
accept
never
it.
denied it ever.
You deny.
But you
by
we-
saying there's richer people is crazy.
But I see people who you know what's interesting to me? I see people
Poor
who start
people?
comedy that I know have money
That won't admit it.
that won't admit it, and I watch what they do and how they act, and I'm like, they're not. What you're saying is, I see how they work, and they work thinking, well, down the road I got money. You know, I've never worked that way. So, like, to me, like, I don't even think of those things.
Well, that's why he's successful, though. Because I mean, Jared,
He's successful,
let's
but
be honest.
But you also worked before, but you never had a
Let's
day
be-
job during comedy. Once you started to do comedy, you did comedy.
Well, I sold life insurance.
Before.
Yeah.
And then you stopped and started to do comedy.
I had like a,
Yeah,
crossover.
all right, I love that you said you're really.
I love it.
You're law and ordering him, and you keep looking at me like I'm the judge. No, but you never had a job, and then your parents paid for everything.
No, I didn't
that's
say
not
that.
the case.
I, didn't
I
say
said that
That's
as
not
a
the
joke.
case.
Just for
Jesus
college.
Christ, you cocksuckers!
Grandparents pay for college. So.
Listen,
Yeah.
your parents, they're rich too.
My parents never had a problem. Everyone
Your
was
grandparents are rich. Are you from money?
His grandparents had those people living in their house.
What?
What?
Mike
Xiaoping.
remembers one thing about me, that my grandparents had Asians living
Remember
in the
last
basement.
time?
Oh yeah. Listen, but here's the thing. I mean, I don't have money. I never had money, and I do fear that. I do fear to not ever fear money is a superhero power.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
It's
my
a
favorite.
superhero power that people with money don't even realize they have, and they don't acknowledge it. But it's there. You never to the anxiety of having it all taken away because you've been there before, or your parent you've been there at a young age where there was nothing. And you never got anything, and it never came, and anything you ever had, you kind of scraped together, and the success has always been gone, and you've seen people struggle in your life, is fear and anxiety that you can't get out of your life.
But Bobby, listen,
Rich
this comes
boy,
down-
I'm not done.
This comes down to perspective, though. You're as rich as what you spend.
Right.
So I would meet with people all the time that were making $1 million at Goldman Sachs.
Right.
Okay. And they're going, they make $1 million. And you go, okay, well, what do you spend? And then they go through, the house costs this much, the vacation costs this much.
It's all
and
relative.
it's all relative. So like this guy, from the Cosby Show, he's got a life to keep up.
Right.
The amount that he has to, just like you said, Ari knows his number.
No,
Everyone knows their number that makes them feel stressed out.
Well, if you
and
look
doesn't
at
feel stressed out.
people would always say to me, like you look at like Bill or Louis, right? You look at these guys with all this money, right? And then I'm like, well, I have the same exact shit that they have. I have a house. I have 2 cars. I have a boat. Mine just you blow up.
Where's this
my
boat?
You blow it up. It's a blow up boat.
Oh.
It's
gonna
all
say, whoa.
It's all relative. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
my boat, I go out and I fish off of it.
Yes.
Same shit. It's just, you know, a 5-person blow up boat as opposed to a
No,
yacht.
it's totally fine. I get the perspective of like if you're making $1 million, you obviously have higher taste and you're spending more. But then the illusion of like, but there are people richer than me. It's like, go fuck yourself. You're making $1 million a year, and going on tropical vacations that are to Italy for 15 grand doesn't make you poor.
But there are comics right now that have a wife, kid, or a husband, kid, and family, and they have to keep up a certain level of money up from comedy.
Yes.
There's someone that would call themselves poor in Brooklyn with 2 roommates that the person with the family would look at and go, that's the luckiest fucking person in the world. You know,
because
for
they don't
comedy.
like their kids, or
No, because they can put all their effort and they only have to make the $100 a day to be able to stay in this.
Well-
sure, but you got to make choices if you want, like, go have a family. You know,
Well,
that
maybe you made a
changes
choice
things
where you're
to make a
Alvin
family.
from Cosby Show.
It
and
makes
you're like,
me
well, now
because
I'll get married.
here's the thing though, is if I was buying, like, if I was gonna get Loot Crate, right? If I was gonna get Loot Crate,
Loot Crate.
you'd have an easier
Crate,
time
Loot
of getting
Crate,
Loot
Loot
Crate than me. But
Loot
not
Crate.
with this ad. Everybody
Oh, okay.
can get
Everyone
it.
can get it.
You know what Loot Crate is?
It's
Animes.
called Loot Crate.
Loot Crate.
Loot.
Loot Crate.
Crate.
Yep.
You get toys.
You get toy. Well, yeah. You get
I'm a
toys.
toy collector.
You get exactly. You get all kinds of great stuff. Loot Crate is they send you these packages. You don't know what's in them until you open them. It's almost like Christmas.
It's a gift to yourself.
It's a gift to yourself. And if you're a fan of comic books and what's that word I'm looking for?
Anime, video games. They have them designed for everything.
Yeah, but
Sports.
what do they call that? What do they call that?
Nerds?
Smarty pants. What do they call
I
that?
wasn't listening.
Wow.
I was doing the Instagram story.
We're not
She was
present
working.
people.
Don't throw her
Are we
phone.
doing down this route? Are we?
What?
Are you testing me today?
No, sorry.
Thank you. What the fuck?
I'm doing
Gab.
it for the Loot Crate.
I know, but that's not the answer. You're supposed to
I
help
didn't
me
hear
right
the
now.
question. I
Dynamics
didn't hear the
turning me on
question.
a little bit.
We're doing the ad, Bobby.
No, she's my daughter. You're out of your mind. I'm
I,
friends with her
has
dad.
nothing to do with
What was the
you.
question?
This has
The
to do with
question
me.
is, I can't stand you.
I'm
The que-
obsessed with you. What's the question?
Get off your phone. No, I'm kidding. This is the only.
This is
only
the
time-
ad part.
I know.
I heard your Nerd Crate, and I was like, okay.
Don't say Nerd
Oh,
Crate.
sorry. Oh,
No,
sorry.
that's not a bad word for that.
It's for nerds.
They have nerd crates. They have sports
Over
crates.
3 million.
And nerds
this
are
is
hot.
Over 30 million crates sold.
Here's
They've
why
already-
these are great. Can I give you my like 2 seconds?
Let me
why
just
I
throw
love
this in,
these?
and then you can
Go
say it.
for it.
Our original and most popular Loot Crate is a curated collection of items from the best pop culture. That's what I wanted from you, Gabby. I originally wanted it from you, Mike, but you didn't have it. And then I tried to get it from you, but you weren't listening. Pop culture franchises. The September Crate has 4 incredible franchises, including Marvel, Venom, Bing, Alien, Predator, and X-Files. I'm a fan of all of those except one.
You know
Can you
what's-
guess which one?
X-Files.
Wow. How the fuck did you do
Just
that?
didn't come across as an X-Files guy. Just didn't feel.
All right, good. What were you going to say?
No, you know what's great about these? They're
What?
curated. We live in an era of unlimited choice. Okay, you can have whatever you want. You know what happens when you have unlimited choice? Paralyzation.
you'd
You
know
don't know
'cause
what
you're
to
rich.
choose. I can have anything I want.
Yeah, me.
I can have
me and my
anything I
friend-
want. I have all the money in the world. Don't ever have to worry. My whole life. Lisa told you.
Lisa,
so
we
listen,
don't know.
If I
We
go to
never
a,
had that.
If I go to a, you guys don't know this.
No, my
stuff.
parents paid for my college, and I can admit, like, that is a
If-
fucking
You
leg
had
up in the
parents?
world.
You had parents?
I did.
See,
that's good.
it's always going to be somebody with less.
Yeah, that's fine, but to understand
We're
it,
doing the
I-
ad.
All right.
So here's what I'm saying: when you have all the money in the world and you don't have to worry about anything,
Like
your
you do,
entire
yes,
life, like
yes,
me.
yes, yes.
And you go into a collectibles.
Well, your parents, not you.
Well,
You're-
me.
you go-
it's all
you're-
gonna be. They're gonna die soon, anyways. I'll go.
the defensiveness is enough to prove the point.
Right,
You'll
when
have-
I go to a collectible store,
Can I get something when they go?
What?
What do you got? Can I get something?
yeah, well, I'll throw you a couple.
Like a watch, if there's a watch.
I mean, maybe
Loot
I
Crate
just
packs
know that if I want to go to a
$50.
fancy dinner and I call you, you're not going to go, I don't know, I cannot.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll be
go to a
fine.
nice dinner.
Hang on, Loot
La la
Crate.
la
I got a whole
Loot
new
Crate
Snapchat
packs
show.
$50 of value into each crate for less than $20 a month.
Yes.
You can't lose.
It's $20 a month. I actually did it. It's $20 a month. I'm a big fan. I am a big nerd. I love Marvel.
You share with the
Big time.
kid or you keep it all?
I actually gave. I do share with him, but I kind of got bummed out because one of the things I got was a Deadpool bobblehead doll, and it would be worth money someday. And he ripped it out of the package and just started playing, and then ripped the
I'm
head
so
off.
happy that happened.
And then just walked away. And I was like, That's a fucking collectible. It could have been worth $45 in 20 years.
No, that I had my friend's kid
This
was
is why
over.
kids can't go to WWE matches anymore. Some older guys just like, I gotta go. I gotta sit in the front. And some kids sitting in the fucking nosebleeds. Yeah.
No, my friend's kid came
Lawrence,
over.
everybody.
I collect toys. I have a Homer Simpson from the episode Fat Homer, King Size Homer, and he's in the moo and the hat, and the kid lost the hat, and so sad.
It sucks, right?
Yeah.
But not with Loot Crate. Why, Gabby?
Loot Crate also offers 16 other awesome crates for gaming to anime,
Yes.
including their next most popular crate.
This crate will sell out right now. The crate they have, you only have until Wednesday, September 19th at 6 p.m. to guarantee your order with this crate, or it will be gone forever. That's it. The next crate coming out will sell out. It won't be available. You can get it. Get the best surprise each month from the largest geek and gaming subscription company, Geeks Out in Style with Loot Crate. Subscribe now by going to lootcrate.com/YKWD and enter the promo code YKWD to save an exclusive 15% off your subscription. YKWD right now. Go to lootcrate.com/YKWD, promo code YKWD, save 15% right now. Lootcrate.com/YKWD. And we're back.
We're back.
This has been a weird show, and I'll tell you why. And it bugs me when people get mad when they listen to. Listen, I've had you on a bunch of time. I love because
No, I have
you're you,
fun.
but you're you. He's him. Bert's him. I'm me. We're all fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
We do our shit. Mike's. And then no, I'm kidding. Gabby's the fucking best, Mike. I mean, look, so you can't get mad at a podcast
No adjective for me.
because no, of course I love you, but you can't
Why
get
are
mad.
people mad? What are
They're
you
mad because she was yapping too much.
No, I blew it up from one comment. I'm not honestly
cares?
too upset. I do want to.
I felt like it's all gone well.
Look, I was gonna say
I've
one
had
thing to
fun.
that guy right now.
Nuh-uh.
Next week we're not gonna have these bitches on, so come on back. It's all men.
Less holes.
Less holes,
I don't know
more
if this
dicks.
topic's just done now, but I just feel like, my parents paid for college huge. Also, when I was in Chicago doing comedy, I got to live with them. I didn't have to pay rent. It makes it easier to do comedy.
Yeah.
So just understanding certain things that you have in your
I
life
had
is,
yeah.
I don't know, that's,
I had 5
instead of being
jobs.
defensive,
I had
it's
5
weird.
jobs.
Who's being defensive?
You are.
You do. I
How
know richer
so?
people. It's like, dude, you're doing well. You
No,
know,
but I don't
there is
believe-
a safety net. I know that if something went crazy,
To say the response of I know richer people isn't an admission of having money. You're putting words in my mouth that aren't true.
only rich people would say that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you talking about? You're saying that like I have no realization of like the luck I have in my life because I said there's richer people.
No,
in the
because
world?
it's always like, but I worked hard and I did this, and it's like everyone's like, no one's
I
taking
didn't
that
say
away
that.
from you.
I'm saying that
You haven't worked hard.
Well, I mean, I think everyone's working hard doing
Yes.
this. Like I don't think that there's
Even
like
me.
well, you know, got a nice shed, whatever. I don't know. I think
What the
everyone.
fuck?
I just have one really good friend.
What the fuck?
And this is my favorite. One of my favorite moments with her is at one moment she was like, "Ugh, I'm so broke. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And not even 2 seconds later, she turned to me and went, "Do you want to go to Vegas next week?" And it's like, yeah, you think you're broke, but you also can go to Vegas next week, and that's your brain.
Well,
Yeah.
some people like I know people that if they go to Vegas for a week,
But
they
you're
have to
not broke.
save up for 2 years.
Yeah.
and that's it. And that's it. And they can't. Vacation to most people is the summer and your backyard and a pool and a built-in above ground pool and going to the park and doing shit that the town put on for free. Most people have that. So when people, what is that gross to you?
It's horrifying. It's like working at Trader Joe's. That sounds awful.
We road tripped.
Jared, I see you like, what?
I thought this was a comedy show.
You know,
It's looking at me like I'm a
fucking love it.
horrifying person.
I don't know why I'm so into
Look,
doing
man,
this.
I'll tell you
Sorry.
right now, and I hate to say it, but you work your ass off.
It's not even about that.
But
though.
you work like a poor person.
Well, no, but I think anyone who does this that
You work-
becomes
I-
successful.
what
will
I really-
start it. Like,
what I- Jared-
and when I see people that
Jared, you work like a Mexican. No offense, you do. You work really hard.
it's not about that though. I'm
kidding.
saying that like there,
But I joke, I can't fucking joke. You got to go into a fucking start monologuing.
Let
Go
me
fuck
let me
yourself.
read my statement.
Everybody, hear ye, hear ye. Jared would like to read his statement.
It's interesting what's going on because I do think like if someone with with money tries to do stand-up comedy, it's like offensive to certain people. I think sometimes
Not offensive.
or it maddens them. I think it makes them mad. Like I think it does.
It's mad. There's one comic I hate him so much, and his whole thing always was like, if you want it, you got to work hard. You got to work hard. It's like, no, your grandfather died. You haven't paid rent in years. You haven't had to work, and your mom married a millionaire.
Rich Voss.
No.
My mom loved this old guy.
So it's this thing of like, sure, you're working so hard and hitting all these mics, but you also didn't have to work an 8 to 10 hour day
But
job.
he shouldn't be saying that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So he's like this dick, but that's what's annoying. It's not that like you're rich. It's pretending that your parents don't pay for your cell phone.
If I was
or,
rich
like,
right now, if I was rich, I would not have to plug my dates coming up. I'm going to be at the DC Draft House coming
That's
up.
a great room.
I know, I love it.
And the hotel's
I only
so
play
close, it's nice.
rooms I like now. Look at my new website, everybody.
Looks
RobertKellyLive.com.
Good.
Nice.
I like
My
that
new one.
picture.
Yeah, go scroll up. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, there's Louis. God blow. What a fucking nightmare that was, huh? Look at me. I got to get back down to that fat. I want to get down to that fat.
You
There
were
he
so
is.
good in that show.
That was a
I liked
great
the
show.
episode when you went to jail and you're all in that car with ice
Yeah,
cream.
it was so fucking great.
You were great.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyways,
My poor people vacations where we would sign up to listen to timeshare meetings, and so half the but then we would get a free.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
family just bought the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I mean, who would do a timeshare?
Is it timeshare shitty? Is it? Is it ghetto?
I do know some people that
where I'm
have one
going
in
on
like the
vacation.
Bahamas, and it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it
if it's
depends.
like at Atlantis or something like that.
There's higher end ones.
Yeah,
that don't do the trips.
I mean, you gotta understand that it is a weight off your shoulders, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Knowing that at any time, right?
But everyone's
think
got
about. Let
things,
me
you
answer
know,
the question.
like,
Let me answer the
sure.
question.
No one's saying
Absolutely,
you don't
because
have problems.
you have problems. Definitely problems. Fucking
You have
ego
intimacy
problems.
issues.
But
you have to get your eyebrows done. I mean, that's a
I
fucking.
disagree.
About intimacy or the eyebrows?
The eyebrows. I just think like it's it's I would be doing this if I had $1 billion. I'd be
Yes.
doing the same thing I do every day.
Right, yeah.
There's nothing that would change in my life. So,
Nothing?
not
I
one
would no,
thing.
but a personal trainer would come to the house. You would not go to
yeah,
Barry's
yeah,
boot
that's
camp.
true. I would
Yeah,
have
and
my
you
own
would never.
thing.
You would have.
I would have a chef.
And you would have a pool on your roof.
Yeah, absolutely. Those would be the difference.
You wouldn't. It wouldn't be a garden hose.
But yeah, no.
So you're not that rich.
Someone would be spraying me.
No, for me,
I'm not gonna
No,
spray
you're totally
myself
right
on.
with the amount of money. Like I used to just
if you
shop.
need somebody to do that, if you want to pay me, I'll be that.
Like I used to shop at Forever 21, and that's where I would shop. And then when I made more money, it was like now I'm going to shop at Anthropology, but it's still the same. I'm buying the same things, but things just go.
Have you
up
ever bought
$20
anything
increments.
at
Oh
Walmart?
yeah, I love a good Walmart.
No, I
You love a good
stopped.
Walmart?
No.
Super Walmart? You kidding me?
Yeah.
I
What a
have,
trip.
but I don't.
What?
What?
I mean, I spit at all the people who work there.
I'm jealous. I have to start being funny again.
Yeah,
You
let's.
saying something, everyone laughing. I miss that. I've just been trying to ruin his rich self-esteem.
I just didn't know.
What did you think about this shit this week with Gnome getting attacked from Louis?
I
coming
have an
back?
opinion.
What's your You do? Lisa with an opinion.
My big problem is, like a month ago or so, I went up at the cellar and 3 men before me did Me Too jokes about how hard it is for men and fine, they won't give compliments and what, you can't even hug anymore. Everyone was complaining how hard it is for men, and that's what annoys me. He came out, there was a standing ovation. He's going to get applause every time. Most people don't think he did anything wrong. He can do a paid show and sell out in a second. So my thing that's annoying is stop pretending that there are actual consequences to things. He can still do everything.
What do you mean? What consequences
No
did
one
it?
was
who are you
pretending.
speaking to?
No one
Hang on.
was- Yeah.
Stop. Let me ask a question before you answer a question that I didn't ask.
No, you did. What do you think about him getting attacked?
But my question was going to be this. I didn't say that. What? You don't think that he had consequences? You don't think that it was? I'm asking this seriously.
Yes.
I want you to think about this
I
and
am.
answer it seriously.
Yes.
You don't think Louis had any consequences?
I'm not talking about-
for. Let's just go over
Yeah.
what he did.
Yeah.
It wasn't a rape. It wasn't. It was what he did.
But let's
no
stop
ma-
pretending if it was a rape, anything different would happen.
He would go to jail.
Bill Cosby's not in jail. Harvey Weinstein's still not in jail. Stop pretending, men, that if it was a quote-unquote real rape, anything would happen differently.
Okay, but he would be convicted of rape, which is a lot different.
We'll see.
It will be a
We'll
lot.
see if Harvey goes to jail.
Okay, but he is being
And
convicted.
Roman
of,
Polanski,
but he is-
Sean Penn. We'll
but
see if
hang
anyone
on,
goes
hang on.
to
But he is
jail.
being convicted of it. Are you comparing to?
I'm not comparing.
Ask me, but you bring up rape and Louis, and I don't understand the.
I
don't
didn't say
understand.
rape.
I don't understand that though.
I'm saying what annoys me is all the dudes at the cellar and all the comics saying like, "Oh my God, everything's been so hard for us," and it's like it actually hasn't. And he got a standing ovation, and these articles are gonna go away. He can go back on
Who's saying
stage
it's
tomorrow.
hard? Who's saying it's hard with the hashtag?
I
Me Too?
just said a month or so ago, I went up at the VU, and 3 dudes before me. I'm not
But
exaggerating.
can I say something?
All
Are they
3
trying to
Me
be
Too jokes.
funny, or will you think they're
But it
being
is
speeches?
the vibe. But it's the vibe.
But are they trying to be funny? Now, are they trying
But
to be
the
funny?
point of it is
But was
still-
it funny?
No.
None of it was funny.
No.
All right, so none of the jokes that they did
No,
were
I got
funny.
to go on and I got standing ovations, not standing, applaud breaks because I was being actually funny and like kind of saying how stupid they were. No, the jokes didn't work.
Right.
Because the opinion is stupid. Like as seeing the world, like nothing is gonna change and nothing. Most people don't think he did anything
think-
wrong.
I
Your
think-
opinion
I-
and what is happening is what's gonna happen, and it's what's been
I think
happening.
everything's changed.
Not-
I think everything's changed. I think you're absolutely wrong. As a father of a young man, as a guy who's done stupid shit with women over his life, who's become a husband, who's actually evolved because of the strong women in my life, because of the women in my life in this business, and my wife, and my mom, and her mom, and my sister. I don't have weak women in my life. I don't know these weak women you speak of. All the women in my
What are-
life.
So what weak women are
Well,
you talking about?
people, women have to be strong. All women are strong. Every woman I ever met was strong to me, and taught me something and evolved me. I have done fucked up shit. Now, because of what's happened with the Louis and the Cosby and the Me Too and how women are, the way I bring up my son is different.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now the next
Did Louis have to sell any of his homes?
the next
I'm wondering.
the next generation. Can I finish, or are you
Sure.
just going to go off on a
Sure.
tangent?
It's not a tangent.
Well, it is kind of, because I'm trying to say something, and I'm trying to give you an example of something that you brought up, and you said it doesn't change, it's never going to change, and I'm telling you it is, and you're just going on to the next subject, which is kind of ridiculous. It is changing. I've changed. I was a misogynistic piece of shit. I've done shit that I shouldn't have did, and I regret. I've had women do stuff to me that wasn't good. The generation itself was fucked sexually. We weren't taught what sex was. You weren't taught by a father or movies or people. Women didn't teach men how to act. My mom wasn't there teaching me the birds and the bees and how to treat women. I learned from television and other guys how to be. That's the wrong thing. My son has never heard the N-word. My son has never heard gay people being called fags. My son is going to treat women with respect, and I'm going to teach him with my wife how to maneuver through this fucked up thing about sex and how to treat somebody. So if you don't think it's going to change, that's where it's going to change. It's not going to change right now, because of one fucking
No, but
incident,
then why are the
but it is
dudes
changing.
complaining that it's so hard? Why is the initial
Who's
reaction?
complaining?
I have these conversations with men constantly, and the conversations all the time
Because-
is about like, oh, I guess we can't compliment now. Oh, and every time I get a hug from a comic, it's like, is this appropriate? It's like, that's not the actual problem. The
I
defensiveness
think they're being
that's
funny.
happened.
I think they're being funny. I really do.
Yes,
I
but
think
they're also not doing anything to, like you are, or what, to change anything. They do feel like they are victims of
Look,
something.
I can't talk now because I'm not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not in there like trying to meet girls. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I know that with my wife, I wasn't appropriate with my wife the night I met her.
Lisa,
I know,
You know what I'm saying?
but then it's
It
like,
was a different
It's like
time.
weak women where it's like, okay, so because there's this whole thing of like, oh, it's not real rape, and I've tried to make this analogy, and I don't know if it's a good one, but it's like breaking your arm sucks, but if you break your pinky, it hurts. Like, what are you talking about?
Well,
Not
but
every-
I
it's
just don't like.
being
I don't like.
treated-
I don't really think that Louis should be brought up with Harvey. Is my point. I don't think it. Most
think
people
that's
I know
semantics, though?
don't
Yes.
think about it.
I know, but the idea that if it was quote unquote a real rape, that something would happen. The proof to that is not Harvey's not in jail.
But I just don't
like
understand.
people that
but-
are raping are
Okay.
also not in jail.
Okay.
But instead of focusing on
Yes.
changing
Yes.
laws or the way cops treat
Yes.
sexual assault or volunteering at a domestic violence shelter, that's not happening with the dudes. The complaint is, oh God, what can I do now? The world's changed, and it's like it hasn't even been a year since.
But
any of this
I
has
think a
happened.
comic should be able to do whatever joke he wants to do. Whether it be a hashtag Me Too, 5 comics, guy comics, go up and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And the fact that somebody's going to say, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." Fuck you.
I didn't say you shouldn't,
If
but
they-
I'm saying that's your point of view. That's
Right.
what you decide to do a joke
If
about
they want
because
to.
you believe it.
Because if they think that's
then
funny,
they can.
fine.
Of course, but I'm just
you're
saying that's
that,
what do.
But you're saying
no,
that
do the jokes.
I do jokes that I don't think are fact. I do jokes that
Okay.
I don't believe. Oh, I do a joke once in a while that it's like, oh, that's just a funny line. You know what I mean?
I guess I don't do that.
You don't.
yeah.
You go up
But
and
you do
but
a funny
go up,
line after
but
you-
But you go up and you say what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And you say whatever the fuck you want, and you don't give a fuck what people think of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So. You went up that night and said fuck them and their fucking stupid
I
jokes.
didn't say fuck you. I
or
did-
whatever
I was
you
funny.
said. Right. Okay. Fine.
I was like, sorry, Me Too's been so hard for you fellas.
Right, but it's funny. But I don't think hashtag Me Too has been hard for guys. I think it's hard to know when you're going from, okay, how do I bring this up without sounding like all right, there was people back in the day, black people couldn't use the same fountain. There was a transition to where it could be done. The people that were transitioning that weren't racist, that were like but there was this middle group of people that didn't know what the fuck to do. They had to transition to like, oh, okay, come on. It's like you transition. Life is different. Women, you can't go up to a girl and on the first date pull your dick out anymore. When I grew up, that was fine.
Yeah, but the only this is
Not that it was
correct me if
fine,
I'm
but
wrong,
nobody fucking.
But the only reason men care now is because their jobs might be affected or their heroes are being affected.
I don't think so.
It's
I
been
don't think so.
thousands of years of
I don't think so.
misogyny and women being
I don't
treated
think so.
poorly. Why
I
did
think-
marital rape not become a crime till the 80s? You know what I mean? Like
I don't
men
think
don't
so.
actually altruistically care
at
about
least
women.
at least the guys I talk to, I don't think so.
Women have been telling you that we've been assaulted for years, decades.
Yeah, but listen-
Nothing's changed until you're scared of losing a job. That's what's fucked up.
I don't think so. I think that when I became aware of living with a woman, when I became aware that being with somebody and committed to somebody, you kind of got to try to stay committed to them. When I became aware that I was brought up fucked up sexually.
Yeah.
When I became aware that the things that I was taught was wrong. When I learned what intimacy was, when I felt love for the first time for another human being, and all that shit changed me. So it had nothing to do with losing my job. I don't give a fuck about that. It had to do with another human being, and giving a fuck about them.
Yeah.
And that's what made me change being a piece of shit. And it took a long time and a lot of understanding from other people. And you can't just say, okay, this happened, now change. You have to help guys. Guys have
I've
to help
been doing
each
this
other.
since seventh grade, though. I had a conversation with Ari Shafir about it. He goes, "Well, dumping in all us men all together doesn't really work, and all the white guys, and it doesn't work." And it's like, but nothing else has worked. I've been having this
It is
conversation
working.
since seventh
It
grade.
is. It's changing. I just told you.
I know.
My kid is not gonna fucking have this. If you can, if
But no one thinks they're a bad guy either.
But do you
I
thi-
think
That's
I'm a
the
bad
thing.
guy. I know I'm a bad guy. I've been a terrible guy. I'm a piece of shit. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
It's
all
just
the
so
people-
embarrassing. It's just so not embarrassing, but it's like annoying that women have to hold the hands of men so they understand that women are people and not fuckholes for their like. It's crazy.
We don't have to hold hand. Nobody held my hand. It
We
was
have
a
to
decision
usher
I
men.
made.
I'm just saying. I've been talking with men since seventh grade about all
But
this.
you're
It's
going
just-
from holding somebody's hand to actually having to working together as
I
humans.
have been, but what I've noticed in my experience is
Why
men.
is it you holding like we're little fucking tall?
That's how I feel because
But that's
every
not
discussion,
it.
you can go back on
Sometimes.
Laughable and see what podcasts I've been on. I have these discussions with men.
Sometimes.
Men oftentimes don't want to actually change. They're trying to find an exception to the rule, a place to prove me wrong. Well, what about women do this? Like, no, I've never ever had a discussion with a man about like gender, feminism, rape culture, anything where it's been like, wow, okay. It's always like, yeah, but what about this? And this is wrong. And I do this. It's never an open-hearted thing. And I'm sick of it. I'm
Yeah,
sick
but
of
you're not even acknowledging what I'm saying.
I am acknowledging
Well,
it.
but you're just going on to the next thing. So you're saying that guys do that. You kind of just did that too. I said men are changing.
Yeah.
Young men are changing the way they're brought up, the shows that they're watching, the things that are on TV. When I was on TV, it was Bugs Bunny violently hurting a coyote and Porky's and sex and Playboy and pussy and that's what you were brought up on. That doesn't exist anymore. There's family channels.
There's also porn.
But every cartoon, but every cartoon is for a kid to learn.
Yeah.
Everything is for a kid to be a better person. Kids are taught that, we're all human beings. They watch TV and kind of everybody's on that. It's not just a cartoon with just white kids. Everybody's on there. They're growing up in a different generation. It's not going to change because of a fucking Twitter #MeToo thing. Immediately overnight, it's going to take time. But it did change things. Women did change things personally with me, okay? And I passed that on to the next generation, and he's going to pass it on. And if people work together, not as fucking men and women and right and left and fuck you, pick a side, if you understand that both things have confused and need each other to work with each other, not fucking my side's right and fuck off, you have to fucking do that. And look, I understand that you guys go through, I understand it, but as a guy who's done stupid shit and fucked up shit, I wasn't doing it because I hated you or I thought women were bad. I was doing it because I didn't know any fucking better. And the people in my life that were supposed to teach me shit didn't. I saw fucked up shit. I was taught bad. Now it's time to teach good. Now it's time to...
But first you have to acknowledge that there's a problem, which you have done, and you're doing something different with your child. But during this time, going online, talking to people, they don't think there's a problem. They haven't addressed the actual issue. It's immediately like, you don't think he should ever be able to do stand-up again? And it's like, I don't know if I care so much. I care more about different laws to be changed.
Nobody cares. If Louis should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants.
And he's gonna.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Do you think him going on stage is actually like a helpful thing?
I think it's weird he didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's your problem.
Yeah.
What do? You have to make a choice. What do? He made a choice. He could talk about it. He's fucked.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he's fucked.
Do a sit down with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, but if he does that, he's fucked. But if he does that, he's fucked too. There's no easy way.
I think he should do that.
You do, but other people don't. What you think that's the right way, but it's not. Now he's going to make that decision. Now you can take away the movies, you can take away the TV, you can take away the fame, you can take all the money's gone. But you know what? As a fucking comic, he can get on stage and do what he wants to do.
I agree.
Now maybe he should have announced it. Maybe he should have said, "Hey, I'm going to do this," so that if people didn't want to go.
But also think about the side of the story and we know from being in the inner circle that no one else knows. So that's why there's this huge
But wouldn't it be also great
thing.
if men were as mad about sexual assault as Louis being able to do stand-up again? That's the point.
I don't think that men are not mad about sexual assault.
But that's,
I don't think.
But then
I don't
why
think
aren't
so.
they in the streets? Why aren't they like? I don't see men comment. No one's like, fuck, Roe v. Wade might be taken away. Fuck, I should go to the Women's March. Like,
There's no men doing that?
I'm not saying there's no men.
It's
just
not
saying
the majority.
It's just not the majority.
I think the majority of people don't want that to happen. And if there were,
but dude, it's a woman's. I'm just saying, men online, even let's just say Twitter, are more upset about Louis not being able to do stand up again, which will never not happen, versus when they find out someone gets raped or someone gets jizzed on loosely or like some weird thing happens or someone touches you and you're like, fuck, I don't want to be rude.
I don't think Louis should be a fucking topic of conversation. I think what happened. He all the shit was taken away. The people were like, fuck him, his shows, everything, face taken off FX. Everybody walked away from him. All his friends, all the people that were close to him left him. The women in his life gone, and he was left to deal with that. And now, you're right, that shouldn't be a topic. So why is it? Why is him doing a comedy set a topic a year later? Why aren't we just talking about those crazy topics, that, whoever got assaulted or Roe versus Wade? Why aren't those the top?
Because that's not what men care about. They care about if Louis can get a set again.
I care about it, but that's not what's on my Twitter feed when I wake up. That's not when I don't. A CNN scroll doesn't come down and say, "Hey, here's an issue. A woman got assaulted, or this happened, or Roe, or this is it's Louis and horseshit." So you're commenting on what is put in front of you.
You're right. Yeah, we're also living in this culture.
I mean, that's what's that. I didn't make it a big deal. I knew Louis went on before anybody, and I didn't fucking. I said, good, cool, whatever. I moved on.
What annoyed
I had
me
to go
is-
fucking put my kid in bed. That's what I can't. I had to put him in bed.
You're also a very empathetic person.
Don't ever fucking call me that. How
No,
dare
but
you?
It's true. Like, you're very open and listen and ready to learn, and that's not everyone. That's not even
But you can't.
close to
That's
the
not an
majority.
excuse. You have to change. I really.
You do the work. You fucking get your guys together.
I am.
And you tell them. That's
I really.
what you need to
I
do.
am. My
If
God.
that's what
Hang
you're
on one
doing,
second.
then that's great.
Stop.
You do
I
talk
am
about
doing
it a
that.
lot.
Great.
I am doing that. And the one guy that really matters, that's going to be in around 50 years, is the little guy I'm raising.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's how long change takes.
Yeah.
I know you want it right now. I know you want everything to fucking flip a switch and have men act the way they
I just
should.
don't want to have to argue with men that I thought were my friends and understood shit, and having to convince them that
That's
women,
part
you
of
know,
being.
that
Listen,
sucks.
that's part of it. You hate it, but that's part of it. I don't want to have this conversation with you. I want to just have fun.
Yeah.
But you're my friend, and that's what we should do. We should argue and talk and yell at each other, and when we're done, fucking hug, because you might not affect somebody today. These guys calling you a hole might not hear it right now, but in a couple days, or when they have a kid, or when they meet a girl and fall in love, and they have intimacy, and then something might ring true. Something might change in them. It might not happen. It's not flipping a fucking switch, and everybody treats everybody the way it should be. Do you understand?
But then what's frustrating for me is seeing the denial of the problem. It's like that's what's all around me. It's like there isn't an issue. Like, most guys want to say that there isn't an actual issue.
Here's the thing. I've been with girls that have been very sexual, right? Sexual, that done shit. Took my dick out, I didn't even ask. They took it out and started. Like, I've had girls being married try to do shit.
Yeah.
All right? So, as humans, I think we're a little fucking weird on this sex thing.
Yes.
Now, I think so. Can you slut shame? Is it slut shaming? Is it bad? Can men be there's so many things you could discuss on this, and it comes down to what is right, what is wrong. Some people think gay sex is a fucking abomination. Some people think anal sex is a sin.
Yeah.
There's a million different things, and you can sit there and scream at each other and fuck off and this and you're wrong and I'm right and fuck off and women and men but the reality of it is,
It's only really a sin if it's done at a timeshare, because that's disgusting.
I just think
Can I say something? I went to like a Ms. Foundation thing, and Ava DuVernay, the director, was one of the speakers, and she said something, and it was directed for like black women, I feel, but it just rang true. Where it's like, what happens with this patriarchy and all this stuff is they keep us busy talking about all this shit, trying to convince you we're people. It's like we spend so much time having to deal with convincing, dealing with feminism. That's why we're not creating. So part of me is, fuck you, I'm busy. I'm going to go make my shit. I'm going to do my stand-up. I don't want to have to teach you. I'm done. But I'm not. And I do it all the time, and I talk all the time.
You are by
honestly,
being you.
You just keep people down talking about all the racism and all this shit, not you, but the collective kind of society, and we're too busy dealing with that, or poor people are too busy dealing with how
but
to
don't
make
you see that? But that's what they want us to do. They want people to divide. They want people to pick a side, and it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter.
To me, the biggest win is you going on stage and being like, can you fucking, and like doing the joke about it.
Yeah, I'm doing
and
a joke night this week. We'll see.
But to do the joke about the guys that went up and talked about the Me Too thing, like, to the idea of like not being able to hug, like we've heard that so many times now that you're like, and then the audience is like, breath of fresh air.
Look, it's also like we as women know the difference between a fucking hug and you being a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
stop
but can I say
pretending you
something?
don't know the difference.
Can I say
'cause
something?
You do.
It's weird for me because I have that joke on my act where it's like I have to teach my son something other than what I was taught because I have that joke on my act. I took my dick out on the first date, and my wife was like, no, and I went, come on. I mean, that's a hashtag me too, and that's the woman I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And it took years. I mean, it was just a different time. It was a different era. You can't do that anymore.
You also can't.
But to say you could never do it is a little crazy because my wife
Fine, you can't
sucked my dick on a rock for an ice cream on our first date.
That was the
Look at me,
exchange?
the mother
But
of my child.
You're acting. Not. I don't want to keep saying you.
Were you holding
but
the ice cream out here?
It's like certain men.
No, there was no
Ice cream
spoon.
and dick in the other hand.
No. I just put my dick in the
Like,
ice
do
cream.
dudes? I'll ask a question. Do dudes feel like
On the
victims
cone?
because they can't loosely take
It's
their
hard.
dick out at work? Like that's the thing.
No.
It's like
That's retarded. Though. That's.
You
I mean,
know?
if a guy said that, I'm gonna go, dude, you're mentally ill. Here's the deal. It's hard for me
Most
because
of the people
it's hard for me
downstairs.
because I'm not in the game anymore. I don't know what young single dudes are doing anymore, but I do know the game's different. You have to be a little more delicate. You have to, like the first, second base, third base, that is there for a reason. That's to, as humans, not take advantage of each other. That's what it is. Yeah. That's as humans to say, hey, you lean, you talk, and then you get a little closer, and then you get a little closer, and then you kiss.
And then if someone says, hey, I'm actually not into this anymore, you're
walk
supposed
away.
to stop.
Yeah, you walk away.
But then there's
unless
like,
it's 2000. I mean, it's 1995, and you're on a rock with Dawn Weatherby, and you pull your dick out, and she says no. Listen, it was a different time. It was a different thing. I wish I did. I don't wish I did everything different. I just didn't know what was going on. That was my move. Make out, take your ding ding out. Hopefully she touches it. But if my wife said, put that away right now, I would. To keep going after, to keep going. If a woman says no, is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah, but people are on TV, on national television, arguing that, well, if you're already in a bra and panty and you dress that way, that means you want to fuck. It's like, that's everywhere. It was Rev Run and Tyrese on Amber Rose's show. I mean, it was like,
what
on
was it?
television.
If you dress what?
Like, Amber Rose was saying, she's like, if I am naked in your bed and at a certain point I'm like, I don't want to do this, you should be okay with that. And Rev Run and Tyrese were like, if you're putting yourself in that position and you're acting like that and you dress like that, that's what you get.
And that's a
And they have
reverend.
kids too, and they're raising their kids like that.
But there's a but. Listen, what were you gonna say, Mike?
And I say to the congregation, if you bring your titties in my bed, I shall be touching your titties.
If I see you in red panties, that's the devil's panties. They must come off.
I cannot control this serpent.
Now you take the body of Christ.
And that's why
I mean, I remember when like the Ben Roethlisberger thing with him, when that happened, people said that about that girl, that she was like wearing a low cut, and I was like, I think what the biggest, I got to assume, and you can say yes or no, Liza, that it's got to be frustrating that every conversation about this becomes about. It gets muddled in the conversation it shouldn't be about. Like to talk about if Louis in the same camp as Harvey Weinstein. Okay, yeah, we've done that. You know, like that to me is like, all right, he did something bad. Let's just go agree on that. You know, like, so what's the process for healing? Like, what's the process to come back?
But you can't heal if you say fuck him for life.
But that's
the problem.
I just wonder what he did.
But that's what people are pissed about. This is because you're persecuting somebody for life. You shouldn't be allowed to do comedy.
Well, obviously not. He's not persecuted for life. He went on stage.
Yeah,
He's already been back.
he did it. But now they don't want him to. Fuck you. It's not enough.
Well, that's when the conversation can't be just fuck you. It has to be.
I just also wonder what he's done. I wonder if he like donated to something or went to some therapy.
That's why the Diane Sawyer interview makes sense.
I wonder if he did anything, or I wonder if he's been sitting. Like, I'm not his friend. I wonder if he's
been.
But
hang on one second. Stop 1 second. But you don't know if he didn't.
But that's why.
So you don't. So by saying that in that little way you're saying it,
I don't know what he did.
No, but you're saying it like he's done nothing.
If he did, he'd probably let us know.
But you're saying it like he's done. You can't. That's the little nuances that I don't like, hon.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't like when people throw shit out into the ether like he didn't do anything. Because now people are going, he didn't do shit.
I wonder if he did.
But you don't know if he didn't. So
I don't know anything.
That's something you kind of go, I don't know. So why bring it up? Because
you
don't know
bring it
yet.
up because that's the forever thing you keep saying.
But they're saying,
and we have evidence that it's not going to be forever.
But he's saying.
I think that's what a lot of people are asking for right now. They're going, okay, well, give us tangible evidence that you've made some attempt.
Didn't he already do that though before the accusations came out? Like, wasn't he already giving roles to? I'm not trying to say
you're talking about something 15 years ago that happened, and you're talking about a guy who gave women. Most guys, when they hit big, you know who they give roles to? Their buddies. Look at it statistically. Guys who become huge. Let's go, fellas. Get the team together. He went and gave a woman head production of his company, Pam Adlon. Pam Adlon. Okay, the Blair. Top. He gave women you. Judy Gold. Women who weren't getting jobs. What's her name? What's the other one?
Tig.
No, Tig. The other one. Who's the other girl? Adrian Appalucci. Yeah. All these. This guy said, "Not all my fellas. Let's go, everybody." Took them all of us as comics, but a lot of women.
Yeah.
And he was around strong women. Blair, Pam. Those women are not to be trifled with. Okay, strong women. You.
Yeah.
All these women in this show.
I mean, that's why
so
I'm invested.
maybe you don't know. Maybe he did change because what you're talking about was years ago, not the guy who has daughters and is the guy now. So we don't know what happened if he did change. Because it seems like he wasn't doing it now.
I loved working with him more than anything. We've talked about that it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah.
That's why it's just like, that's why it's all confusing.
So let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Seriously, as a woman.
Yeah.
Now he was this is I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I want to know you lie. He was accused of asking to jerk off in front of girls,
Yeah.
correct?
And then I think some of the other things were at work. He was jerking off.
No, there was
at
one.
work.
There was one girl on a set.
Yeah.
And he said, "Could I?" She said, "No." He apologized.
Okay. He had to go to
Right. Okay. So
rehab for that.
But he had to go to something for that, right?
Yeah. So he paid for that already.
Okay. So he dealt with that, but but anybody he asked, right? He asked and they said yes, and he did, and they left, and then he asked and they said no, and he didn't, right? I mean, right? He asked and they said yes or no, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other.
So I want to know what was the now. I'm not asking to be facetious. I'm not setting you up because I'm asking you what was done wrong.
So I'll give you, I don't know if this anecdote answers this in any way, but when I got the job to work with Louis, the first question every single person
Do you
asked
like
me
guys jerking off? No.
was, what are you going to do if he takes his dick out?
Right.
No one asked, who's on it? What is it? What network? How much money? Not one question. What character?
Can I say,
the
okay,
first
stop.
question.
There's a girl.
So for me,
Okay,
I'm
but
like
you-
a pervert, right? So I was like, I'll be into it. I don't care. I'll totally be into
Really?
it. Yeah. I was like, I'd fuck him right there. So for me, I was like, I don't care. So
Right,
I'm going to
okay.
go into it.
Yeah.
But it is fucked up that a woman would have to be like, I'm not comfortable going in for that because what if that happens and I don't want to do that.
Okay, let me
So
ask-
it's just a fucked up situation because one of the things was like he was on the phone and he was jerking off. But if you're at work,
But she was jerking off too.
I don't know. I just read the article.
Okay,
You know him.
But no, I
there's
read the
also
I read the article too.
The same article.
But I
yeah.
read the article too. But that's what I'm saying is like I don't understand.
So for me, it's just like like what.
So if
all
if he started jerking off, you would have fucked him. Is that what you're saying?
I would have been very into it.
You would have been into it.
That's
Okay.
why I went. I went to the house. In my head, I thought he's gonna take his dick out.
But let me
That's
ask
what
you
I
a
was
question.
thinking.
But the person who asked you that wasn't a production assistant. It was other comic just asking you.
Right.
I have other friends. Yeah, all my
okay,
friends.
so
It wasn't part of the job interview, is what I mean.
But there's
No, but isn't it crazy that if he offered it to another woman who that happened to or whatever, she's like, oh, doesn't he take his dick out? I'm not going to do that. And then they wouldn't have
that
been
person
able to
doesn't
go.
know. That person was just saying something from somebody else, from somebody else, from
But
somebody
it's
else.
constant all the
But does
time,
that-
and that's where
but
women
did that-
miss out on opportunities.
But
is
did that
because-
person know
That what?
that he really did that?
I know.
The person that said it to you, were
That asked
they
me?
talking about fact that they knew?
No, everyone. The question was, what will you do if he takes his dick out?
I'm just wondering if they
And
knew.
my thing, and I don't know this because like I said, I had a great time working with him. Is if he's doing that at work, what's he doing at home? There's like this one bouncer who's throwing women out and grabbing them and being so rough with them.
Who?
At this bar, just like a random bar. And it's like if he's doing that at work with cameras and no
Right.
one and he's not getting in trouble, what the fuck is he doing on his
but,
own
it,
time?
but I don't. But first of all, what he's doing on his own time.
At work.
But
okay.
it's not at work.
They
It
asked
was
you that
one
question.
time on the set of a sitcom, correct? I mean, am I out of my mind that people talk about sex? They were talking sexual.
Yeah.
That is a green light, right? And someone's talking sex and you're being sexual, and then you go, "Hey, can I do this?" And they go, "Fuck no," and you go, "Oh, I'm sorry." I mean, is that protocol? Isn't that?
He was talking sexual every time he whipped his dick out.
No, in that situation at work, I mean, the thing that happened was the right thing that happened. It was at work.
Yep.
She went to what essentially was HR. He
Go
got
ahead.
in trouble.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
And then he had to go to, pay whatever the rehab was.
But when the comics came back to his room after the show, they were talking sexual, or they were
I
just-
heard they were talking sex before that all week long.
But like comics, or like they were actually
Because
talking.
Ari
sex?
Shaffir and I talked about this too, and he
What?
was like,
What do you mean? What's the
Ari Shaff-
how are
no.
you supposed to defer if you're a guy and if me and you were in a room and you started talking about my dick or sexual stuff?
But was it like a group green room where talking about
It was a
sex,
hotel,
or
but
was
Ari
it?
Shaffir brought this up to me too.
I don't know.
He's like,
That's my
if
question.
you wouldn't come to my hotel room, I go, you're crazy, Ari. If we were at Montreal and we were gonna go smoke weed in your room,
Yeah.
even if we talked about fucking all day long, I would
Right.
never imagine that you would take your dick out.
But what if I said, "Can I take my dick out?"
Their whole thing was
And
they were
wait a
like,
minute,
sure, yeah.
But what if I said, "Can I take my dick out? Can I do this?" And what would you say?
I would say no,
Okay, and then what you expect?
that you wouldn't.
Okay, great. And what if you said yeah? What if you said yeah? What would you say?
Yeah, because I thought you were kidding. Because I think that was the vibe.
Okay.
Is yeah, sure, take
And
your
then
dick
what
out,
would you
and
do?
then you did,
What would
and you
you-
started jerking off. I would be into it, but we keep going over this.
I think you just got the guy who called you a hole. I think you're back in with him now.
But not if it was Ari. If it
just
was Ari,
climaxed.
I would go, Ari, what the fuck? Please stop it. And if he didn't stop until he came, that would be an issue.
But that's not what happened. He didn't keep coming. He didn't come. See, that little nuance you just added didn't happen. But people who listen to this are going to say he came.
But I don't
He
think
jerked off
anyone
until he
knows what
came.
happened. That's
They
why
do. It's in the fucking article.
But didn't the girls
you
also
mean-
just tweet?
What?
But the real story.
But I'm also saying, like, okay, I understand what's happening to Louis, and I understand all this nuance and all these different things and what everything. But all I'm saying is, no one knows who these girls are. Everyone's sending them death threats. Like, the
Everybody's
vibe-
getting death threats.
I know, but
We're gonna get death threats from this.
no.
Been there, done
You're
that.
gonna get
The
death threats.
whole-
I'm gonna get death
The
threats.
fact of the matter is, all of these women will be fucked over more than Louis in the long run ever will.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It happens
I-
time and time again, and it's been happening for decades. And until Harvey is in jail, I will not allow someone to tell me things are changing. And actually, if it was rape, something would happen. Like, people are constantly abused, constantly raped, and nothing happens.
can I ask you this?
I'm being. My water's being raped by this
I
thirsty
know.
fucking.
This guy's a real water champ.
Unreal.
This guy,
Jesus Christ,
it's
dude.
amazing.
And another thing, if you are doing Me Too jokes and women don't like what you're saying, they're allowed to not laugh. They're not ruining comedy.
Yeah, you're allowed
They're
to.
not PC police.
You're allowed
They
to not
cannot
laugh, but you're not allowed to say shit.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to fucking talk. You don't get to go to a comedy club and say whatever the fuck. This is not a
Sure.
dialogue.
Yeah, but-
if you don't like it, you get the fuck out and go home.
That
Or go
was ever,
somewhere
or you
else.
don't laugh. But you know,
Yeah,
but the New York Times wrote an article of like angry women are ruining comedy. It's like they get to not laugh at your dumb shit.
Yeah, they get to not laugh, but
Yeah.
they can also leave too. You can't just.
But I'm here at
Yeah.
the Cellar. There's 5 comics. Oh, 3 men in a row talking about how Me Too is not real and how hard it is for men.
Who?
That's
Will
fucking
you tell
annoying.
me who these guys were after?
I remember one. I remember the date because my friends came.
How do you remember one? Like, there's a very
Because
finite
he's
amount of
someone I
comics.
love so much, and then in the past,
Colin Quinn.
in the
No.
past, and in the past couple months, he's
history.
disappointed me multiple times, and
Really?
not just that way, but in other opinions and other moments where I'm like, you're honestly one of my favorite dudes. to
But
hang
why
out
don't
with.
you? But why don't? Did you tell him that? Did you say how this joke is
I
kind of
will,
shitty?
and there was another moment, and I will.
But if you said, dude, this joke, like I've had people come up to me and go, oh, that fucking joke, dude.
I
And I'm like,
know.
you know what? I was thinking that.
Bobby,
I didn't
to
know.
me, it's like it's just disappointing. It's just like sucks when you
Life
are
is hard.
Of course.
Life is hard. Life is hard. Being friends with people is hard. Really. Being married is fucking. Being married and being friends with people and having people in your life really is the hardest thing I've ever done. When I disconnected, when I used to do drugs, it was so easy to live life. But to actually be present is fucking the most difficult thing ever.
Yeah.
Because I have to always worry about me first and understand where I'm coming from. And then I have to listen to other people, even when I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
Because I might not agree with you now, but you might make sense to me later. And I can't just fucking say, fuck you. Whatever you say is bullshit. I have to absorb it. And you have to do the same.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing because it's in the discussion.
I hope
so
it's your
in
dates.
the article, no. So in the article, it said that he like messaged and apologized to someone.
Yeah.
And then it's not his responsibility, but this has been out in the world for, like you said, 15 years.
Yeah.
This truth teller, he apologized to someone. He knew he did something wrong.
Okay.
Why all the times he was asked about it in all those moments, he never said anything?
Because maybe this.
Because I wonder if he
All right,
did.
You want me to
and he
answer?
would've-
You asked me.
He would. I just like, it happened in this right moment of the Me Too.
No.
And I wonder if he just came ahead of him and was like 5 years prior and was like, I did something fucked up and actually talked about it. I wonder.
It would have been better for him.
Like he knew he did something wrong. That's the thing.
I don't know.
And
I
it's
can't.
not his
I
responsibility.
can't answer that.
Yeah.
I think you said he did apologize.
Yeah, like he
Okay,
sent
so
a
what?
message
Let me
in
ask
the
you a question.
thing.
Though.
Yeah.
So he apologized.
Yeah.
So if I did something to you,
Yeah.
right? Me and you were hanging out, and I did something to you, and then I sent you an apology. What else am I supposed to do after that?
Well, people say his apology was a non-apology. That was the
Okay,
issue.
well, I'm asking you.
No, not even that one. I'm saying
what would
like
I
in
do?
the article it said that
But
he.
what else would you want me to do? I'm asking. I'm not setting you up. I'm asking. What would you want me to do?
I don't know. Like you said, it's like it starts so big, and Ari asked me the same thing when we talked about it, and it's just like, what it all stems from men seeing women as equal partners in this life together, and they don't.
And
And
we
it affects
don't.
all of society.
I mean, it's hard to do it because.
And you have a badass wife, and I know men that like want a partner and marry a
But
woman.
she had
with
to be.
substance.
But do you understand what she had
Yeah.
to put up with? If it wasn't for her, you understand when I got caught being a piece of shit, she said to me, "I gotta go. I gotta go." And if you're gonna get help, if you're gonna try, I'll stay. And I said, "Wait, let me." I should have said absolutely. And I said, "Give me 2 days. Give me a few days," because I didn't want to lie to her again. I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And I went and I asked all my friends and everybody said, "Just let her go. Let her go. Let her go, dude. You're a piece of shit. You're a hunk of shit, dude. You're garbage. Just let her go." Except for one dude. One dude said, "Try. Just try to change. Try to change. And if 6 months, 8 months, you can't, let her go. At least you tried. If you don't, you'll regret it for the rest of your life." And I listened to that one guy. And I wasn't perfect overnight. I haven't been perfect in 20 years.
Yeah.
But she was there for me, and we had an understanding that I was fucking fucked. I was brought up fucked. It's not me. My anger, my fear, my anxiety, my relationship with women, I was taught. It's not in me. It's given to me. Racism isn't in you. It's given to you. All that shit's given to you. And I had to untangle, which I still am, this fucking web of shit that was given to me. I didn't ask for it. I don't understand why I think the way I do. I don't understand why I do why sexually. What the fuck is this? Am I gay? Am I not gay? Do I love my wife? Do I not love her? Am I lying? Am I telling the truth? I don't know. I constantly have to evaluate myself. I constantly have to listen to people and try to evolve with better people from a spiritual place. I have to constantly listen to people that I don't know if I like what they're saying, but absorb it and filter it through other things. I have to go to therapy. I have to have people better than me in my life. And I'm 47. I'm almost done. And I'm still doing it. So to throw me out, to say fuck him, he's a piece of shit, misogynistic, women hater, fucking idiot, would have been a shame. Because what I'm going to give my kid and the time I spent with my wife and the way I am, the way we are together, would have been a shame. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm just saying that we're all human beings. We're all fucked up. We're not at heart mean people to each other. It's because of whatever the fuck it is. And if to think that Louis hasn't learned, I know Louis and you know Louis, and I believe that Louis has learned from this. I believe that Louis has 2 daughters and he is a beautiful father. One of the reasons I had Max was because of Louis, because I saw the way he was with his daughters. And I saw how he was raising them. 2 beautiful human beings. And it's not a guy-girl thing with me. To me, it really comes down to a human being thing. I know that women are this and men are that and blacks and what. I'm a human being, number one. I don't have a side. I can listen to you and you make a lot of sense to me on some things and some things you don't. I don't have to hate you for it. And I love having you in my life. Me and you should not be friends. Because I'm from Boston, fucking cocksucking motherfucker. But I love you, and we've always liked each other. Because we're beyond that. Yeah. We're beyond the bullshit. Spiritually and mentally, I shouldn't be friends with him. We're friends. We're beyond it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think you need to do that. We need to, I shouldn't be friends with a fucking nerdy Mexican from, you know what I mean? Or a fucking blonde. I mean... But we're beyond that, and that's what we need to do. And I understand it, but we shouldn't fucking hate each other over it.
I don't hate anyone, and I understand everything you're saying, and I love you, Bobby, and it's all so good, but it's like the consequences to men having to learn that women are people are awful.
Yeah, well...
And so it's like if dudes can just I
think black people say the same thing about white people.
Yes.
And some of those white people were women.
100%. But after the election, I had to realize that, and I had to admit all the shit that I've been doing wrong.
I know, but you should. But I mean, you got to be. You were worked with. You evolved.
Yes.
You did it.
Yes.
So
I'm
let
constantly talking
them fucking do it. Help them do it.
Yes, but in
someone
my
helped
experience,
you.
they don't want to.
That's not true.
I am sitting downstairs arguing with all these
You
comics
bitches
every
need
day.
to get. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
It always starts
No.
off as an argument.
Yeah.
It always ends with 5 people trying to prove me wrong to shit that's crazy.
Listen, you don't listen. Where you're at right now is where you're at. I'm not going to deny where you're at. I'm not going to take that away from you or try to. You can be where you're at mentally with this stuff, but what I'm saying is that you have to understand that you have. Are you getting another water?
Goddamn right he is.
Oh my God. Listen, what I'm saying
It's just
is
fucked that dudes want all this courtesy and all this
They don't-
understanding for their stuff, and it's like women are being raped and assaulted and
nobody-
threatened constantly.
nobody wants to be held by the hand. It just you have to understand that things are changing. Things have changed.
They have. Do you remember? I don't know how old you were when Clarence Thomas thing happened.
I was really young.
Okay.
And foreign, yeah.
That was totally different for women in the workplace at that point. Like just
Yeah.
met my mom talking about that. Like before.
Yeah, they didn't have HR growing up.
And he's still on the Supreme Court.
Because you can't get taken off. But I mean, you could still.
Look, come on.
It wasn't until like that time where you could openly harass women at work. Like you could just do it.
You
it
can
wasn't a big
still
deal.
do it.
Not as open as you could. It used
Not-
to be way worse. is what
Not
I'm
as
saying.
much as I
It
used
to
to.
be way worse. Yeah, I understand.
Now you got to keep it on the down
All right,
low.
listen,
You just can't chase your.
listen. These
secretary.
conversations. I'm saying this.
Can't believe Bobby just came out of the closet.
Just the thoughts. What did I say that?
I don't know. We can go through the tapes.
Hey, listen. I just want to talk to you after the show. You got a minute?
There's
Those
a
shower
lot
scenes.
to
Is there
it.
there's a
What
hose
if on
back there?
what if on my fucking phone it was just you hosing yourself off? Those are the only photos
No,
I
but
had.
this is a really
Screenshot
this
the
is a really good
screensaver.
example, and I don't want to come off like I think I'm some big hero or in any way.
What?
But when I hang out with my black friends and
Yeah.
they say shit like white people suck or white people are the devil or white women are the worst,
Yeah.
I never go, but what about me? Because that's not what it's about. They wouldn't hang out with me if they thought I was shitty. But it's the defensiveness
I'm a fucking
of dudes constantly like, well, it's not me actually, and it's like, no, white women as a collective, we sucked. We let people down. We were ignorant to our privilege, and hopefully you're understanding all the fucked up shit that's going on and what you had to do with and
Yeah,
what
but
you were a part of.
But
and
you're
the
but you're a part
accidental
of it.
thing
But
you
you're
have.
but you're still there.
And the prejudice, like I moved.
But that
into-
doesn't just because you acknowledge it doesn't take it
No,
away
it
from
takes
you.
work and it takes change. But
Yeah,
I'm just
so
saying,
you're there.
I'm someone
You're doing that.
like majored in sociology that wants
Okay.
to learn shit. That's constantly
Right.
talking. You're in therapy. We're in
Yeah.
therapy. We're working on ourselves.
Right.
We know our flaws. How many people do you know like that?
I know a lot.
Okay.
I know a lot of guys. I
Right.
know a lot of hunks of shit that have gone to AA, got clean.
Because
but I know a lot.
But my experience in discussing these matters, I'm telling you, is not like this, Bobby. It's a constant fight, and I'm not one of them. And it's like, go to the. My favorite is when men say go to the police, and it's like you say that until it's your brother or your cousin or your friend or your boss or your favorite mentor. All these
You just
men.
named all the porn I actually. That's all the.
all the men are like, well, why didn't you go to the
Boss
cops? And it's like you all think you're heroes until it's like,
Listen.
until it's your friend, and it's like he would never.
I don't.
And that's what happens.
Look, you're going into a whole. This is the thing that when you talk about Louis, and it always winds up at rape, which is.
Okay, it won't be rape.
But you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. The path leads to
It's
rape.
just the life. Okay, so I have
So
an example.
explain it to me.
I was a young
You-
comic.
Let her say something
Okay.
because she wants to say something.
Sorry.
It's the general conversation of sexual assault. There's a spectrum
Did
of
he-
sexual assault.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think Louis sexually assaulted somebody?
No,
Okay,
because he got
so
consent.
why- but
but
why-
it still is
No,
the experience of
Okay,
a woman.
fine. Yes, absolutely. But how does it go from it's not sexual assault? You're a woman. You're a young woke woman. And I just asked you, was it sexual assault? You said no. But it still leads to rape.
It's
I don't know how that
it's
goes.
a
lead to rape.
sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
It's not a lead.
It's leave us
a
alone.
spectrum.
Leave who alone?
My friend was in a car on the road with a dude. He whipped his dick out. She's like, I don't want to. He's like, touch my dick. She was driving. He was wasted. She's like, I don't want to. They're in the middle of Indiana driving. He didn't sexually assault, but he took his dick out and she's driving the car and she doesn't know what's going to happen.
Right.
I have a story. That's why, like,
That is
where
sexual
nothing
assault.
was legal
What?
or not.
That is sexual assault.
That's
bro.
actually assault.
I was at,
right?
this was years
Technically.
ago.
But that's
I was a young-
that's sexual assault.
I was a young comic.
But acknowledge that. That's sexual assault, right?
It's misconduct, of course.
Is that sexual assault? What she just described?
But you wouldn't want him to
Legally,
go
it is
to
sexual
jail
assault.
or he paid or could he never do stand up again? Fuck that.
Well, listen.
My
if he-
friend was in the car. Why doesn't he get banned forever? He took his
what
dick
is
out
that
the car.
is?
forever?
Why not?
Forever?
Why does
forever? Are you fucking crazy?
No, but
forever. So you want something to happen forever? That's not evolving.
If that's what's gonna make dudes change their behavior, but you never think anything is bad enough.
Really? Are you crazy? You're saying they. You're saying they. You're generalizing a whole. You're crazy. You know a lot of people that were pieces of shit that have evolved. You know them and you love them, and you're not giving them credit. You're not. You're just throwing they, and you're saying
I cut them all out.
For this guy, for somebody to be banned from something forever.
Forever, but why aren't we more like? What do we have to do to make sure dudes aren't taking their dicks out at workplaces for women?
You should let Louis.
Let the club owner know.
No. So if Louis
and lose work,
Louis comes back, right? Louis comes back.
Yeah.
Does his thing, right? All right, comes back, does his thing, and then winds up verbalizing all the shit that's happened to him. Winds up talking about it, and then all of a sudden there's a discussion from his end, not just one end, his end, which we haven't heard yet, by the way. We still haven't heard that. Ban him forever, you never hear that. Ban him forever, you never get the other side of it, of what he did learn. Oh, if he did or if he didn't. You never get that. Now, you understand what I'm saying? When you start fucking burning people at the stake for something. Now, what he did, okay, not sexual assault, not rape, misconduct. To say somebody should be banned forever, and this is my opinion, I just don't agree with it.
Well, what about the girl that goes, you know what, I'm going to not do comedy because all these dudes keep taking their dick out. I had an experience and it wasn't a dick thing, but I was a young comic. I got too fucked up. I smoked weed and I couldn't walk. Like, I got fucked up. Two great guy friends. I was going to sleep at one of my good guy friends. Another one helped carry me up the stairs.
You were going to sleep with one of them?
Not sexually. He's like my friend.
Oh,
he's
just sleep
in the bed.
Yeah. So one of my best friends still is dating one of my best friends.
Right.
I'm hopefully going to officiate their wedding. So he's like, you'll sleep at my house. So our other friend is helping me up the stairs to get to my friend's apartment. When he's putting me to bed, he then starts going in for a kiss. Right?
Yeah.
And I push him away. He leaves, of course.
Yeah.
But what is it in this dude? You're my friend. I see you almost every day for years in my life.
Yeah.
You had to carry me up the stairs. I couldn't walk. I was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And you are still going to try to fucking make out with me, fuck me. What were you going to do, dude? You're my fucking friend every day. So feeling bad for these dudes is annoying.
But it's a misstep on your friend.
It's a misstep, but it's constant. It's not once. It's throughout all lives. And it's when you start as a team.
I'm saying that.
You're a team
but I
girl,
can.
and it's all life.
Hang on 1 second. You're saying you're giving me one guy, one instance, and I'm not. You're not allowing me to comment on it. Hang on. You're not allowing me to comment on it. You're bringing up a scenario. You're just saying it, and I don't get to comment on it. And then you say all guys, every guy, all guys. What the fuck is that? That's
all
not
guys,
fair.
But what do you say if it happens to all of my girlfriends, but there's no bad guys?
But that guy, no, listen, I'm not saying there's not bad guys. You're bringing up a thing that happened to you that I'm like, that guy did that. That guy did that to you, right? Now, you said no, and he walked away. Now, do you think that this guy, was he drinking too?
But guess
what?
Was
he drinking too?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, so he was. So he's drunk. You're drunk. Brings you upstairs. Misreads the situation. You say no. He walks away.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me why should he right now be
He shouldn't have to do anything, but he has 8 other stories like that.
Him.
Of following
That
women
guy.
home. Yes.
Okay.
So it started young, and I didn't say anything, because if I said something, it'd be like, you're making it up. It wasn't that big deal. You're both drunk. I get ostracized, right?
No, if that guy's
to
following
me,
women home, if you said, okay.
Now he is, because no one wanted to do anything about it.
But this guy's following women home.
He shoved one of my friends against the wall. Still, everyone was like,
but you think
he didn't do anything wrong.
If you get drunk.
The fact of the matter, those two girls with Louis went down.
If I met a girl and we got drunk and went back to her room and I tried to kiss her.
No, as a friend. He was my friend for years, helped me up the stairs. Never once did we go on a date, flirt, nothing.
Doesn't matter to you, but he's upstairs, he's drunk, you're drunk. He probably, a lot of time, how many girls I've liked that they didn't know I liked them? You know, I tried to kiss a chick in high school that I loved. And I tried to kiss her one night because I thought the moment was right. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I just wanted, I like you. And she was like, yeah, no, not happening. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I thought that you broke up with your boyfriend. We were hanging out. We've been friends for 2 years, but I liked you the whole time. And you didn't know it. I probably should have said something.
We keep having to mold it all over your guys' experience. Why don't you just change? Like, why do we have to keep like, oh, but he was drunk? And it's like,
okay,
no, why did he try to fuck me when I couldn't walk?
Oh, he tried to fuck you?
No, I don't know what he was gonna do. What if I couldn't move? My legs didn't work.
Okay.
I had to be carried to my friend's house.
Listen.
He made a move.
But you
ended
just
up-
brought it to another level without
Maybe
telling me.
he wasn't gonna fuck me. Maybe he just wanted to grab my tits. I don't know, but I can't move my legs.
But you're telling me what actually happened, as opposed to you're saying that he brought you upstairs. He tried to kiss you. You said no, and he said, "I'm out."
Yeah.
Now you're bringing it to fucking a paraplegic. I mean, that's a different fucking scenario.
What if I passed out and I woke? I have friends that have woken up blacked out. I know someone
But do you understand
that has before he fucks a girl.
But you're asking me to
drunk.
comment. I'm trying to comment on the scenario that you're giving me. But you're trying to give me a scenario that didn't even happen. But you give me the scenario that happened. I'm saying something, and you're just pushing it further until you make your point.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because the fact that she has to think that might happen.
Yeah.
The fact that we are trained to be able, he actually, there is an option that he will try to mount me right now when my legs don't work.
What?
Mount me like a fucking horse. No, you know what I mean? The fact that we have to think of the worst case scenario because it does happen more often than not, truly.
Yeah.
That is a part of the problem.
Right. Well,
where it's like, okay, he did it this time because I said no, and he was maybe clear-minded enough.
That makes sense.
But the fact that we have to, for example, the Louis situation, did he do anything non-consensually? No. But the fact that we can't go back as female comics to go have a comic hang and have to be like, okay, I'm going to go hang out with male comics. It's going to be great. We're all having a comic hang. But in the back of my mind, he might fuck me. The fact that
Louis?
Or he might, that's not Louis, that's generally, but or the back of my mind, he might whip his dick out. Ask or not. We have to still think about that, and that is a part of the conversation.
And we have
Does
to
that make
change our
sense?
behavior constantly, and now men are being asked to please change your behavior, and it's an argument that it's not all of you all the time. And it's
I don't think it should be. I don't think it's an argument that it's not all of us. I think it's not even an argument. I think that men are changing the behavior, but the conversation is happening now. The conversation has to happen.
Yeah.
You have to go through it. You have to hear what women think. You have to hear scenarios. You have to verbalize your thoughts. You don't know you're wrong until you know you're wrong. And the only way you know you're wrong is by getting information, by talking, by conversating, and being and learning. So the only way that happens is by doing what we're doing right now. Okay?
Yeah.
You have to do that. But you can't fucking, I mean, that's just the fucked up, what we're doing right now.
I know. It's just, this is so minor that it's not even an issue that big. Like, it's something that is just every day. But a lot of people, when they hug now, all of us comics, so familiar, kiss on the cheek. I don't really like that, especially if you're not a good, obviously with some people,
You
it's
say you're
fine.
not a good looking guy?
No. Like, I have friendships that I feel that closely with, but I don't like people
Kissing
me on the cheek.
But that's something where you
So
say, I don't.
And what's the response?
What?
This has happened to me 3 separate times,
Right.
all comics. It's never, I'm sorry, I have crossed your boundaries. It's,
Right.
oh, you think you're so much better than everyone.
fucking- you know what?
Oh, fine, then I'm not even going to fucking touch you. Is that it? Oh, that's what you think of me? I thought we were cool. One guy said, oh, fuck you. I'm going to do whatever. That's the response.
But now I don't. Now I'm going to be bummed out if I don't get to kiss you on the cheek when we.
But that's so different.
kidding,
But it's
no.
this thing of like,
I know.
you're saying have conversations with the dudes, and it doesn't end that way.
But
And it's like, it's just constantly dangerous and wild, and we're blamed for
Well,
everything,
tell
and no one gets
fucking-
punished.
This is the fucking the cause of it right here.
Turn it on me. Don't
Listen to
turn
his
it on me.
podcast. It's all about fucking.
We give good advice, though, to people.
Yeah. I think I'm part of the solution.
I'm just saying, it's like, stop making women have to fight to understand that it's constant. It's like, I was walking home on my birthday a few years ago in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
I was pushed to my apartment building, held against a wall. My building super climbed in my bedroom window, spying on us all day. Couldn't press charges because he wasn't jizzing. Like,
I know
it's
a lot of
constant.
nice guys, and I know all
Those are the most dangerous.
No, no, that's not true. That's horse shit. I know a lot of great guys.
Yeah.
In my life, my 5 uncles, my
I have a brother.
third father, my third father, my stepfather. These are all people. Manny, the guy who owned this club, Gnome. I've had, Dick Marcotte,
Well, let's
my
ask
sponsor.
all the women in their lives if they agree. too.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they do.
that's important.
Absolutely, they
All right.
do. And you don't need another individual to be a good person. They're good people. Okay? Their wives were good people. Their families were good people. Their children were good people. Good people breed good fucking people. Okay? But I know a lot of great guys in my life. I don't I know some pieces of shit too.
And what would you do if it came out and there was evidence that one of them was a rapist?
That is a question that doesn't exist because it hasn't and they weren't. I have a priest who was a friend of mine. When I came up, wound up being a kid fucker, okay? And he did my 4th step, and that broke my heart because he didn't try to fuck me. Not that it didn't break my heart that he didn't try to fuck me. I definitely wanted me. That is not even on the table. But that fucking killed me. You know, I mean, I've been a victim. 1st grade, brought in a bush by an older girl, had me suck on her tits, took my dick out, and played with my dick. I went home and cried because I thought God was going to kill me because I was raised Catholic and sex was bad. Okay? Yeah. Did it to me again the week after, me and my friend. I joke about it, but it's true.
Yeah.
It affected me for the rest of my life, how I dealt with women, what women wanted. That was a woman who did that to me. And took me into a bush in the 1st grade, took my little tiny hairless pecker.
Did people believe you and was something done?
I never talked about it till I went sober.
Yeah.
All right? Sex is a fucked up thing. Men and women, it's fucked up. But I believe that we are evolving. I believe fucked up things have to happen. That will. I hope that in Hollywood, a woman never has to go through what she had to go through to get apart from a fucking piece of shit like that again. You understand?
Yeah.
And I hope men don't have to do it too. Gay men. I hope, you know what I'm saying?
I hope children can go to someone and someone will believe them and the powers that be will actually punish people.
Yes. Look, I feel the same way about bullies. Bullies bother me that nobody talks about them. Kids are getting fucked up and killing themselves. All children kill themselves because other kids make fun of them and nobody does anything. And I was bullied and I became a bully, okay, because of it. And it breaks my heart. That's what I care about. Everybody cares about their thing passionately. You know what I'm saying? And you should listen to everybody. And through that, we are evolving to become better people. I get it. I understand it.
But being passionate to like end molestation, rape, abuse should be an everything thing.
Yes,
it's
it
an
should.
everybody
Yeah,
thing.
it should be.
It's not just my thing.
Absolutely. And I'm sure black people said the same thing
Yes.
in around 1899. They said the same thing.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But it is fucked up. But we had a black president. Black people. My kid goes to a mostly black and Spanish school. I mean, where we are changing. Whether it's not happening fast, we need to do it right now. Keep saying that because we do. Don't stop saying it. And don't stop your passion. And don't stop fucking screaming. And don't stop fucking. That's fine. But we have to fucking love each other. We have to.
I love you, and I'm down to do this. But I have cut a lot. Like I've had her do. I'm like, you're not worth it to me anymore. I don't want to.
I understand that.
You're a misogynist. There's no point of me trying to be your friend because you don't. I don't want that.
Yeah. But I was a misogynist too, and I still have shit in me too. I do.
Yeah,
and
but you're not predatory.
Shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. What if I just threw the keyboard at him again? Well, listen, I'm not.
A message to anyone listening.
You're right. It's not black and white, but it's just it's pretty fucked up.
But we should have the conversation. We're gonna end this podcast, but we should have the conversation. And there's a lot of good people talking about this, man.
Yeah.
And if
a lot of good people are talking about it.
Also, if you're listening, use the promo codes that Bobby promoted because we got to get his kid out of that school. I mean,
Jared, are your grandparents still around?
Yeah, well, no.
Sorry, fuck. They could do like a.
You should do a GoFundMe of
yeah,
some sort.
GoFundMe, dude.
We gotta get him out of that.
Yeah, how about this? You just
go to Patreon.
Go to my Patreon.com/Robert Kelly and join for fuck's sakes. If you're a fan of this podcast and you don't join that, you're not a fan of the podcast. That's all I'm saying. And every month, stop on joining, you motherfuckers.
Oh, I get that.
Ah, you.
What, they join and unjoin?
Yeah, so they can save $1. They'll
join, they unjoin.
Yeah, they gotta fix that flaw.
It's
I want to make it join for a year. Money gone.
Well, I think that should be an option.
That should be an
very
option.
least.
Yeah, and
but
you get it cheaper.
I do want to
give a month off for your whole year. That would be.
I got a brand new one-on-one going up with Verzi. I got another hike video I did with Liz. And we have a whole new Live from the Shed coming up. I talked to your dad, too. He said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
That'd be great.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get another rock star on, too. I'm gonna try to see Sully from Godsmack. See if he'll
Cool,
do it.
that's awesome.
Oh my god!
I had that CD in 6th grade.
Ah, they're the
Oh my
fucking
god, it's so funny.
best.
Is that them?
Yeah, that's them. But they're and I saw you playing the piano the other day. It was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my god. So yeah, go to Robert Kelly Live. Please join. But look at Jack. God damn it, you're a good-looking guy, Jared. That hairline is for fucking motherfucker, dude.
Steamy.
Jesus, what the fuck? How did you get your eyes like that? Is that with a
This is
diva
touch
light?
up. They did a little touch up.
Diva
on
light. That was good.
I'm learning, right?
Yeah, you're doing good.
All right,
I
go to
of
his web.
course want to say more things. This is a nightmare.
You do?
for
What do you
my
want to say?
brain.
Say one more.
I just want to say the feelings of Louis being able to come back and it's not a big deal and all this, that's the majority.
Nobody said it's
So
not
you
a big
don't
deal.
have to worry.
Nobody said it's not a big deal. It is a big deal
It is a big
because
deal. I'm just
what's
saying-
gonna unravel when he's allowed to speak. It's gonna be. Listen, how can you defend somebody that hasn't said anything? Right?
Yeah. I'm
So-
just saying, like, no one's under attack, really. It's the same as it. I mean, I'm just saying the point of view
yeah.
of he should be able to perform again is the majority.
Well, listen,
That's
the
the
majority.
majority.
The majority of it is that he's a comedian, that he can perform wherever he wants to, because that's the way life works.
Yes.
And if you think you can take somebody's, hang on.
No
If
one
you-
thinks that they can.
Okay, so don't.
Yeah.
He's not working for a he's his own boss. He can work and do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's up to him. If you don't want to go, don't. If you don't want to see him, don't.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's what most people think. So to think like he'll never be able to work again or everything's this nightmare is not the truth.
Yeah. And I think that it's when Louis does come back and when he does talk about if he what happens, it's going to be interesting to find out what people. I just don't think there's both sides. I hate this fucking side shit. Either I'm a liberal or I'm a fucking Republican. Either I'm a feminist or I'm a piece of shit misogynist. I see things on both sides. I'm a fucking human being. I know right from wrong. And I can make, and I'm allowed to make mistakes, and I've been wrong. I've been on the wrong side before, and I have
too.
So, I don't understand why we got to scream and hate people until they become what we want, what we think they should become. When we should be teaching people through fucking verbalization and fucking psychology and love, other than this other bullshit that we're doing, screaming and yelling at each other and hating people. And swathing over fucking people, men, women, fucking black, what? Fuck that. Anyways, Jared Freid. Houston, Texas, Seattle, Cleveland. We're going to Houston the 18th, right? When is that?
The 9th.
The 19th, sorry. The 9th. Wow. The secret group. Laugh Comedy Club, Seattle the 23rd. Hilarities, the 30th. So you're doing all one-nighters. I love it.
One-nighters.
Oh.
Because I'm going to these tailgates.
Really? That's great. And your new show.
It's on Snapchat every Tuesday.
You're a hardest
Every
fucking
Tuesday.
working man, dude.
Every Tuesday, Snapchat. How low will you go? Watch that.
You're
And,
fucking taxing how much you
I'm trying my best, man. And then the podcast. Go
Talk to
listen
Jim, and he's like, "You got to do it." And I'm not doing it. I don't have it, Jim. Serpico, we got to find another way, buddy. We got to do another. Yeah, but no, it's not happening. I'm trying. I just can't do it.
We're all doing it.
Let's fucking all do it.
We're
That's
all
right.
doing
We're
it.
taking Miles Stone fucking TV and film to the top.
Let's do it.
Oh, fuck it. It's happening.
It's happening.
We're taking that company to the fucking top.
That's right.
Yeah, Jim's going to be the biggest mogul in the fucking world.
I think it's already happening.
He
to tell you
is.
the truth.
He really
It's
is,
killing
man.
it.
Fucking Serpico and Saletti.
the
Jimmy,
best.
man.
The
Jimmy's
best.
fucking great. All right. What do you got, sweetie? Can I say that? I'm just kidding because that made you mad before.
October 3rd to the 7th, I'm in San Antonio at the Improv.
Oh, wow. That's a great club,
Oh,
right?
great.
That's where you're from, right?
Yeah.
Is that where I play?
No,
Oh, the other one's
do the other
down
one.
San Jose. Yeah, okay.
And then I'll be October 13th in Iowa at Englert Theater with Janelle James.
Nice.
And then November 13th to 15th, I'm in Atlantic City at Howie Mandel's Comedy Club.
Where?
Howie Mandel Comedy Club.
I love that headshot of you.
Thanks.
So great. All right, cool. What do I got? Oh, I'm doing a live show this week. Gab, you're going, right?
September
Thursday.
6th.
Yeah, we're doing a live YKWd. Jimmy Dunn is in, which I'm fucking excited about. What about Tony V? Is he
Tony
in?
V's in too.
Get the fuck! I'm doing a live, you know what, dude, and I'm trying to get Sully from Godsmack to come down.
That'd be fucking awesome.
this Thursday night, Laugh Boston, 6 o'clock. Get your tickets now. Friday, Saturday night, Boston. Get the fuck over there. Get on it. Next week after that, where am I? Oh, shit. Washington, D.C. Draft House. Friday and Saturday. Am I right?
Yep.
And then where am I? Punchline Philly, motherfuckers. From the 21st to the 22nd, right?
Yep.
I love that club. Philly, you better fucking click it up. Is that a thing? Click it up?
I liked it.
Click it up.
Yeah, sure.
Rumors, Cult to Cruise.
Rumors, Cult to Cruise, and then Side Splitters. Go to robertkellylive.com, please, for all my dates. You guys are amazing. This has been a heated... Listen, don't fucking...
What?
Just listen. And if you don't like what was said from me or him or her, well, who gives a fuck? It's a conversation. We're creative people. We're passionate. You know, but when it all comes down to it, we all fucking give a shit about each other. We're comedians. We think. We philosophize. We scream. We yell. We cry. We laugh. And we all do it so you can have something to think about too. So that you can laugh. So you can cry. So you can have fun. That's why we do all this shit. Okay? So... You know, nobody asked for your opinion. Just keep it to yourself. Go tell your husband. Go talk to your wife or your girl. Don't fucking come to me. All right? I said what I had to say. So did my guests. Now deal with it. Or just fucking don't watch this channel.
I have to pee so bad. He's going to be peeing for
Go ahead.
forever.
What do you got?
We're up at the Fat Black next Wednesday, right?
Is it this Wednesday?
The 12th.
This Wednesday?
No, next.
Next, I don't have nothing this Wednesday.
Yeah.
I have Wednesday off.
Yep.
This week,
Nice. All
you're
right, so
off.
next Wednesday, cool.
Yeah.
You're going to be there?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I might
Mikey's-
be there.
Oh.
I know.
What happened?
I have to go to L.A.
Oh, man. Is Becky
for that
coming?
premiere.
Yeah.
She can be.
Okay.
I'll be at the... No, we don't have a podcast that week.
We have a podcast next week.
We don't.
We don't.
We
Oh,
don't.
you have the live one.
We have the live.
We have the live one this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes next week.
Okay, cool. And then
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
no live episode
I'm
next
getting
week.
old, guys.
Go see that live. in person.
Zachy, what do you got? Zach, the new
Oh,
guy.
I have something.
Oh,
I have
quickly,
my
I have something
Netflix thing
too.
coming out in the
What do you
fall.
got?
I did The Degenerates. They're dirty half hours, so
Oh,
that'll
great.
be on Netflix in the fall.
That's going to
Awesome.
be great.
I'm wearing a see-through shirt.
Are you
Also,
really?
real
But
quick.
see, I can't look at that because you guys. This is the funny thing. If you two start doing shit like that, I can't. Like if you ever said something sexy on, I look away. Like when I see you on the internet, you're all
That's
dressed
because you're
up.
my pseudo dad.
It's a weird thing.
Next weekend, when this comes out, next weekend, I'm going to be at the Laugh Factory in Chicago with Katie Hannigan.
Oh, amazing!
I'm so
That's my
excited.
home club.
I had such a fun time on your podcast.
Really?
Me and
Oh, yeah,
Voss,
we have a podcast called Apodcalypse.
Yes, do that with me and Voss.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was great.
That comes out in 2 weeks, your episode.
All right, this is going to be a heated podcast. Get some clips. You probably have some clips. And there you go. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thanks for listening. You know what, dude? We'll see you next time.